Meanwhile, you're always about women's business, always talking about the sisters, always talking to the sisters. They've got mahrams, they've got walis, they've got their guardians, and it isn't you. I mean, I hate to use their terminology, but this is about the most beta thing you can possibly do. Always in the women's section. And the irony is that these are the same ones who are endlessly droning on and on about masculinity. Meanwhile, you can't do the basic thing, the most basic thing that men do as men, which is to ignore women. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean that in an obnoxious way, but women have their world, their sphere, and men have their world and their sphere. But meanwhile, you're always trying to weasel your way into the sphere of women, under the guise of nasiha, under the guise of advice. But you're just like a peeping Tom who's trying to justify why he's doing what he's doing by saying that you're just trying to check up on the sisters to make sure that they're safe. No, it's not your business. The men are over here, brother. Meanwhile, you keep sliding your way back to where the sisters are. And, this is very disrespectful. It's very insulting to their walis. I mean, let's take this offline, Let me catch you on the street talking to my wife or talking to my sisters about how they shouldn't go out, or they shouldn't go to the gym, or they shouldn't go to school, or you don't like the way they're dressed, or what have you. I wish you would. You better hope that that red pill you took is a painkiller, because you're going to be dancing cheek to cheek with the concrete. Yeah.
Get your life, baby. I got my why you can serve my mind, baby. Feeling me, that's why they killing me, baby. Get your life. Get your life, baby. I got my why you can serve my mind, baby. Feeling me, that's why they killing me, baby. Get your life. Run up when you see me, no disguises. Keep that thing with me, cause I don't do surprises. J Chanel, show and tell, all facts, no lies, triggers. Get your life, cause I'm the type to come to it that mind quick. Eyes on me, what you care for? Watching me, baby, care for. If you ain't a fan, where the cameras? Hide in the back with the bellboys. My circle so restricted. Hands raised like it's your religion. When I sleep, pay close attention. Fake friends out here pretending. Get your life, baby. I got my why you can serve my mind, baby. Feeling me, that's why they killing me, baby. Get your life. Get your life, baby. I got my why you can serve my mind, baby. Feeling me, that's why they killing me, baby. Get your life.
Focus there.
Watch them cause they after me like a pot of gold. I'm not for play, ask Keisha if you don't know. I'm a little bit cray-cray, approach me, you better be right. If you don't come correctly, you can catch these cans tonight. Eyes on me, what you care for? Watching me, baby, care for. If you ain't a fan, where the cameras? Hide in the back with the bellboys. My circle's so restricted. Hands raised like it's your religion. When I sleep, pay close attention. Fake friends out here pretending. Get your life, baby. I got my why you can serve my mind, baby. Feeling me, that's why they killing me, baby. Get your life.
Get your life.
Get your life, baby. I got my why you can serve my mind, baby. Feeling me, that's why they killing me, baby. Get your life.
Get your life, boo.
Good morning, good evening, good night, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's your nighttime, right time DJ Music. How we doing? How we doing? And welcome to another episode of the Chop Shop, Thursday edition, 9:05 here in the port city of Charleston, South Carolina. Boy, if I got a show for y'all tonight. Anyway, before I get any farther into it, let me slide on over here. If y'all give me a one or two down in the listening lounge, and let me know that you folks can hear me. One or two, right quick, like, hey, Shar, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. And for all of you that's out in the clouds, thank y'all so very much for hanging out there with me. Got the one or two. This past weekend, ladies and gentlemen, Mother's Day weekend, of course, for all you folks that don't know, the controversy surrounding Dr. Umar and one of his long lost children. One of the children, one young lady by the name of Anisa, I think that's her name, if I'm saying it correctly. She decided to come on to a platform and speak about her father. Whether you agree or disagree with her doing what she's doing, that's not up for me to decide. But I will say the reason why I am covering this stream is because of the advice that folks was giving her on the platform, and the platform that should have been all about the young lady, because it's obvious that is she seeking advice, is she seeking fame? I don't know. But to be quite honest with you, I think, because not taking anything away from the content creator, but if she was seeking fame, there's a lot of places she could have gone other than this particular content creator. So I don't think it was fame that she's really after. Dr. Umar is he's known, he's well known. So of course, with that, there's going to be some things that Dr. Umar has said over the past that some folks, rightly so, call into question. You like to hold the brothers to task. You said it's all about the brothers and the sisters and making sure that folks are brought up in the right environment, household. Listen, let me say this, folks, again. No one is above reproach, not even me. I have not led a perfect life. But one thing I don't do is I don't go around shitting on other folks because of the mistakes that they made. I don't go around telling people that you're not this and you're not this or you're not that because a child of yours wasn't raised in the same house with you, or because you had a failed relationship, or because your marriage didn't work out. That's not my business. But when you bring it to the YouTube platforms, then if you make it my business, then I have a right, just like everybody else, to speak on it. Some of the things that I might say here tonight, some of you folks may not agree with. Some of you folks may agree with. But I can tell you one thing. As y'all saw right there in the middle of the screen, this is called the Loose Ninja Roundup. I didn't come here to talk about Dr. Umar's daughter. I didn't come here to talk about the right or the wrong of whether you should raise your kids. That's not up for me. That's a call between you, the baby's mama, and your children. That's not up for me. But what I can say is when you folks, especially you loose niggas that come up here spouting this business of what she should do and how she shouldn't do and why she shouldn't do, and then make a complete ass of yourself, I got something to say about it. Of course, the usual suspects: Jay Prince for president, Angry Man, and a few of the other ones. But I will shout out at the bottom. You see, I have Witch Doctor. He's the host of the channel. Not speaking directly to him. I have Aunt T's icon. Not speaking directly to Aunt T. Free the Green. I'll be talking about him, but I won't be speaking directly to him. Sharon Bracey. We all know of Sharon Bracey with the Wildest Wake Up Show. I tend to do it a lot. Anton Daniels. Because for some reason or the other, since they can't talk about Kevin Samuels no more, they like to bring up Anton Daniels as he's going to be the next savior. Angry Man, of course. Anytime you need a disparaging word spoken about a woman, you can count on Angry Man to fall out the clouds and be right there. And then we have Jay Prince for president, the welfare king of YouTube, that held a 2-3 hour stream about how he was going to milk the baby mamas in the government out of loads of cash so he ain't got to get up off his black ass and go do no work. Down, 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 down. Y'all remember that show? That's from the Ponderosa. And every time you see Hoss, Lil Joe, and all of them on the damn on the horse riding out, down, 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 the cart right there, down, 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 down. That's what we're gonna do tonight. We're gonna round these niggas up. This was it was a 6-hour stream, folks, a little over 6 hours. Of course, we're not gonna cover the 6 hours, so we're gonna jump around it a little bit. And then if we have time, we're gonna talk about what's up there, HT Baldwin. How you doing, good brother? You can check out HT Baldwin a little bit later on this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Classic R&B jams. He does this thing there with the Soulful House mix. Check him out a little bit later on after the show. I know I will be. Of course, I'm not going to be here till 1 o'clock talking about these niggas. Ain't no way in hell. Not going to do it. But, like I said, we're going to jump around a little bit. Y'all wouldn't believe, if for those of you that seen the stream, I guess you will. Right. That's a full-time shift, ain't it, Shar? That is, isn't it? You take your lunch break, you take your 2 15-minute breaks, you take your lunch break, or you take an hour break. You usually work for about 6 hours, 7 hours. These niggas spent all this time on this platform trying to convince this young lady how wrong she was about seeking her daddy. Whether you agree or disagree with it, folks, every child has a right to know where they come from. How you get to that, it's up to you. Some of us grow up in single-parent households. Some of us grow up in 2-parent households. Some of us grow up not knowing our children at all. Some of us grow up not knowing who our parents are. It's all kinds of different parameters out there. But when someone comes to the YouTube streets, now, this will be my first question to everyone that's listening. If Dr. Umar was not someone that was well known, whether it be YouTube or for some of the work that he's done outside of YouTube, some of the speeches, the Frederick Douglass School of Wayward Boys, or whatever he called that, Marcus Garvey School for Boys, would we even be having this conversation? Y'all act like this is Dr. Umar is the first black man or first parent that hasn't raised his child. Y'all act like this guy, Dr. Umar, is worse than any other. No, he's no worse than any other man on this planet. But the only reason we talk about this guy because we know him. He is a public figure. So we hold Dr. Umar to a different standard. But I guarantee you right now, anybody in the sound of my voice that hears this now, or hear this in a replay, or whenever you hear it, I can guarantee you know somebody that did not grow up in a household with their father or their mother, that might have been raised by a grandparent, might have been raised by the system, dare I say. Yeah, what's this say here? Did you see the angry bird was getting lit up? Yeah, we're going to cover that. That's what made me a big shout out to Sexy Red. I was watching her stream the other day. And to be quite honest with you, I said I wasn't going to talk about the angry man no more. But, stupid is as stupid does. So, angry man, you was kind of stupid. And a young fella and Frida Green roasted your ass, gave you exactly what you came there for. You dropped out the clouds and tried to make that entire stream about you. Your 750, 800,000 subs don't mean shit to me. Because I know your history. I know all about you. Yep. Sure is, isn't it? Just as normal as sliced bread, isn't it, Sean? You drop out the clouds. When he sees somebody coming up, when he sees somebody doing better, when he sees somebody got a little bit of attention, here comes angry man to blame it on the women folks. What you say there, Not for Humans? Salute to you, good brother. I appreciate you allowing me to leave your stream. I'm glad you got my message. Yes, I am going to review it. This is not, again, this is not about you, my brother. I have no complaints. Some of the things that you say I agree and disagree with, but we as men, as I've listened to you on your streams before, you seem to be one of those brothers that will either agree or disagree, but you do it in a manner of that men do. So big shout out to you. Continue to do what you do, and I hope to see you prosper and your stream over there. Do what you do, good brother. Shout out to you. But again, you had on your panel some of the usual suspects. The angry man, Jay Prince for president. What in the holy fuck was Jay Prince and the president talking about? I don't get why we give this nigga a platform. But when I was over, this is where Sharon Bracer, where you come in. I came over to your platform. Bomb Cherry came over to your platform. Hey, LA Project. I came over to your platform, and Jay Prince was on both those platforms. And I said to him one time, Brownsville, I'll shout you out. I said to him, Jay Prince is somebody that should be left alone. He's worthless. He's nobody. And he proved it again. That young lady, Anisa, had never met Jay Prince in her life, but she figured out within less than 5-10 minutes that the nigga ain't no good. He ain't worth a quarter. And I don't say this about a whole lot of folks. That nigga ain't worth a quarter. And I wish I could move time up so his daughters could graduate, get old enough, and get the fuck on. I really hope so. Really hope so that when they get old enough to leave that loose nigga behind, that they do it with boots smoking. Here you come on a platform, so a young lady's looking for advice, and you telling her mama ain't shit. But anyway, folks, that's what we're going to review here. Like I said, if we got time, we're going to talk about one Anton Daniels, because y'all know I got my man on my radar here. So anyway, let me remove this banner right quick. Let me move this over here. Hope all the ladies had a wonderful Mother's Day. Hope everybody's having a good week thus far. It's Thursday. The weekend's coming up. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Hope everybody's out there making their money in an honest way. Not sitting up on the stream for 8 hours saying, hey, y'all hit the link, or I ain't gonna give you the information no more. Well, you ain't got to hit this link here. You ain't got to hit the Cash App here. No, sir. You ain't got to do that here. But I'm going to give you some information that I know that some of y'all might not be privy to. I ain't got to pull up no stream. I ain't got to say Angry Man was wrong about that. I ain't got to tell you how low life Jay Prince is. You're going to see for yourself. But first, let my man do his thing. I'm going to give you your intro there, and let's get with it.
What's up, Doc?
Promise to my mama that I gotta be better than I was. Promise to my mama that I gotta be better than I was. Promise to my mama that I gotta be better than I was. To my granny, I'm a angel, but this mother, she be running through my blood. It's in my blood.
Doctor?
You don't understand. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
I most certainly ain't, ladies and gentlemen. You don't understand. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. So any of the folks that I'm talking about tonight, if you feel it necessary that you're hanging in the clouds, if you're down in the listening lounge, you want to come up and say, hey, I think you was wrong about that OG old timer, because usually that's what's going to come out your mouth sooner or later, or you just old. Nigga, I didn't get here by accident. This took some navigation to get to my age. I guarantee you, I can look down right now, and I'm pretty healthy. But for some of them folks I saw up on that panel, shit, y'all ain't 2 sandwiches away from being fat. You fat, out of shape, out of breath, out of touch with reality. But let's go ahead. Like I said, we're gonna skip around. This was a long stream here, folks. So I'm just gonna pick out different points of it, random points. And we're gonna stop and we're gonna talk about it. Here we go.
He's supposed to be a pillar of the community, and he's what Black, the father, and she kind of messed up a lot of people's reality. Like she pretty much came on here and told a bunch of hoteps that Santa Claus ain't real. You know what I'm saying?
Nope. Wrong answer, Auntie. She didn't tell anybody anything. Y'all built up Dr. Umar. That's one of, as they say in Star Trek, since y'all like to use movie clips and movie quotes to make your points, that's one of the prime directors around here. Stop propping up these content creators because you want to be like them or want to be in their inner circle. Dr. Umar been building the school for how many years now? But yet, you'll hear some people say, well, he gonna get the school built, and you're gonna hear some people say, when? Now, along comes Dr. Umar's daughter. We ain't talking about the school no more. We talking about why you ain't been taking care of your baby. Y'all hold on just a second. Y'all listen to this here.
So
Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying. Get out of here for real. I'm saying get out of here for real.
Let's let Sharon to the stage, man.
Yeah.
God damn.
No disrespect to her.
Well, let me just make one point. Okay. We all have choices in life. Umar decided to not be in, he has 2 daughters, by the way. He decided to not be in their life, so he brought that on himself. So yeah, a lot of people are probably going to look at what I said or look at the video I made and be like, oh, wow, he's a hypocrite. He's going against what he said. But that's on him. But you got a lot of people that still are going to continue to support him because you can't take away from his work and his craft. He's an amazing, I'm not going to say amazing, intelligent man. I'll give him that.
You know what I want to say? That is a beautiful way of fucking thinking, because a lot of times black people, we got people that do stuff, and I'm not saying Umar did or didn't do nothing for the community, right? But a lot of times we get people that do stuff, and then we find one thing wrong about them and we try to crucify them, and we discredit everything else they do. It's like, we're not gonna find a perfect person. Maybe
Absolutely. That's what all it takes sometimes, for somebody to get behind the cape of the Wizard of Oz and find out that this shit wasn't real. Again, that's why I say be careful of the heroes that you choose, because you guys prop these folks up like they're somebody special, not realizing these are just mortal men. They're bound by their just being men to make mistakes. Everybody makes them. Can you say that Dr. Umar is a bad person overall because he didn't raise one of his children? Of course not. You can't say that and then say Elon Musk is a brilliant man. You can't say that and say Elon Musk is a good man. If y'all gonna shit on Dr. Umar for not raising his daughters, why don't you shit on Elon Musk for not raising his 13 kids? Is that the difference? Is the color the difference? Is the deadbeat dad moniker only applied to black men? And is it, again, I'll say this, if we did not know Dr. Umar on not a personal level, but on a internet level, would we be speaking about Dr. Umar? Because I guarantee you that everyone that's going to listen to this knows somebody or has somebody or is somebody that their child was not raised with them, or their child was raised by a grandparent or an auntie or uncle, even worse, the system. And the only reason Umar is different is because he's a celebrity.
Nigga is a good mechanic, but maybe he's a bad father, but you're not gonna not go to him to do your car or get your car. You know what I'm saying?
Great analogy.
Yeah, my point was this, because I know you probably want to go to Sharon or maybe even back to her. My point is this: regardless of what, because this is how YouTube is. I'm gonna have talking points. They're gonna have counter talking points. My point is, she kind of put a spotlight on herself. Like, I get where she's coming from. Yeah, people are still gonna follow him, but some people even gonna come after her with a vengeance. You had to know this before you came out. That's my point.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you knew that before you. That's what's up. Let me let one more person to the stage. Let's let Shaz focus to the stage.
Police! Police!
deeper about it.
Let me jump in real quick, right? I personally don't think it's fair that people ask her questions about the school. I want to get back to, I know you said because I've been checking you out on IG. I've seen some of your lives and stuff like that. I know.
Again, folks, the idea of bringing up what Dr. Umar is doing to his school or about his business projects and asking this on this panel, what purpose was that? That has nothing to do with her. So again, like I said, we're going to skip around this a little bit because it's a 6-hour panel. So where it lands is where we're going to pick up from. But this part that I did hear this earlier, someone asked a question about Dr. Umar's school. That's not her business. Yes, that's her father. But that has nothing to do with the relationship that she is or isn't trying to build with Dr. Umar. It really isn't. So again, it's one of those questions that really has no validity and no place in this conversation. Let's go.
Tanya TKO hit you up, Tasha K.
Mm-hmm.
You did the interview with Cynthia G.
Mm-hmm.
You say you did it with Tommy. Shout out to you pulling up on Witch.
Tommy Soto, Tyrip, I hate that man.
Yeah, I get it. My point is just this: like, all right, Izzy, Doc, yeah, you know it's space weed. Like these people be gender warring, like black man versus black woman, gender warring. So, do you believe that? I know, even though Cynthia paid you, whatever the case may be, do you have a problem with being used as a projectile weapon in a black man versus black woman gender war?
So, okay, that's another narrative because I don't want it to seem like I'm going against him. I'm just stating the truth, but I really don't have. I've been on social media for years. A lot of people make up lies and say what they. It really doesn't bother me because they're strangers and they would never say it to me in real life. So I really don't care.
Well, but before, because I know somebody else wants to go, and I saw this on Cynthia, on your interview with Cynthia, and I saw it, of course, with Tommy, and we're gonna see it on more interviews that you do. People are going to use it to spin the same narratives they've been spinning for years. Cynthia's going to use it to spin the narrative. See, this is why you can't trust these black men, and black men ain't this. And then Tommy, you see, this is the problem. These black bitches, which we saw that they're going to do that.
Okay, again, Auntie, but that's not her problem. When it comes to, we're talking about her father, if y'all keep that in the realm of father-daughter, it's no gender war. There's absolutely no gender war involved in it. We were talking about a father that did not, what's up there, Rude Up? How you living, good brother? We're talking about a father that possibly or for some reason or the other wasn't in this child's life. Has nothing to do with whether she's running around getting paid from Cynthia G or whatever, because if Cynthia G or any of these, like your boy Anton Daniels stresses to you niggas, if she wants to chase the bag, and if this is an easy way to chase the bag, if somebody's going to pay you a couple thou to sit on a panel and talk for a little while, as a young lady, I don't know if she's employed or not, but as a young lady, wouldn't you? I know I would. And you're right there, HT Baldwin. Again, in the eyes of who is Dr. Umar, a celebrity? To some, he is. To some people, actually, it is. The factual that Umar is a celebrity. If you don't believe me, go and look at his YouTube page. Go look at his Instagram page. Watch him when he goes live. There will be, in a matter of minutes, there are folks that are there. So no matter the level of celebrity, he is to be considered one. He may not be an upper level celebrity, but he is no factor there. And again, you're right. Her pop's getting paid. So why can't he? Why can't she? Her pops get paid for appearances. So why can't she? Isn't she following in her pop's footsteps? Paid me for my time. You won't talk to me about the dysfunction of me and my family? Paid me for it. Isn't that what Angry Man says? If y'all want to hear me cook, isn't that what Anton Daniel says? Isn't that what Kevin Samuel was preaching? Now, all of a sudden, she's wrong for making all these guest appearances and getting paid for it. But again, none of this should be a part of the conversation because that's not what we're here to talk about. The conversation should be based on what advice can you give to this young lady on how to repair the years that her and her father wasn't together. Y'all heard any of that advice yet? Seems to me, from what I've heard, the best person that gave the advice so far was her.
Do you have a problem with people using your story, your life, what you actually went through, just to push the same agenda they've been pushing for you?
No, because it's the truth.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Does it affect you how you go into the world dating, if you are even interested in dating?
So I actually just started dating last year. My first relationship was a long distance relationship. I'm from Philly. I'm from the East Coast. He was from Arizona. So we were long distance for a little over a year. The relationship didn't go as planned. I never met this man. I was supposed to meet him on 3 different occasions. I felt like he was just playing with my time. So I am currently dating right now. Does it change how I look at black men? Absolutely not. I think there's a lot of great, amazing black men. I'm not going to allow what my dad did to me to change my projection or my opinion of black men, because black men are amazing. I think that we could do a lot as a community if we just come together and unite. A lot of black people can't come together. That's the problem.
So one of the things Umar said is that a woman should sponsor her boyfriend or husband's career. Is that something that you'd be willing to do for your black
Yeah,
man?
I think if you believe in someone, you should invest in them. Vice versa.
That's what's up.
That's what.
Again, I don't get the premise of the question. If we are here, if it says Dr. Umar, if we're talking about Dr. Umar and the relationship, again, whatever questions Dr. Umar asks the general public, it really has no reflection on her. Isn't that old adage goes to the content or the comments of this station not reflect the comments of the broadcaster? So that should be the same premise that these folks should be taking when it comes to asking this young lady questions about what her dad said or didn't say. I'm just trying to use common sense here. Again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But again,
I want to ask you something personal, and you got it after this is right. I want to know what does your boyfriend, your current boyfriend, and I'm putting you and him on blast. How does he feel about Umar?
So I actually don't have a boyfriend, but I do have, people that I talk to. I have someone that I'm talking to. He actually manages me. We come up with different skits and stuff like that. He hasn't really told me how he felt about Umar. A lot of the people that I date or come into contact with, I do let them know that that's my dad, but it's just because I think it would blow people away. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, but
so you
yeah,
say
they
he
don't.
never. So the dude, because I thought that was your boyfriend, the dude that
The bald head one.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm talking about. He don't really have any opinions on Umar. I haven't really heard him talk about Umar at all.
I hear you. You got it, is.
Yo, now I just want to say,
okay, before we get to is he is or is he ain't, as well as any man that she's dating, because the only opinion that he could give her about Umar is what the public persona is, because she don't know Umar. So what could she tell him about Umar according to her? So why would you talk about something that you don't know? Why would you have a conversation about her other than, Umar Johnson is your dad? I'm sure the first time she mentioned it to would-be suitors, I'm sure they might be a little taken aback by usually the word, oh, you bullshitting, right? No, I'm serious. Okay. We're going to move on from there. Some men may look to capitalize off of that. Oh, Umar's your daddy. And some men might just take it. Okay, that's your pops. Depends on the nigga that she's going to get involved with. And I think she has the wherewithal to figure out which one of these fellas is for her, for genuine reasons, and for those that are not, just by some of the comments that I've heard her mention.
yo, you should always do your interviews and your stream like this. Like, yo, this gives like a whole different light. Like I was one of the people, I was critical of you at first. I'm gonna be 100, right? Because I saw you over there on Tommy's stream, and like, you know what I'm saying, the interaction was real crazy, right? And it seemed like a real crazy thing as it is. But when you are calm and you just speaking and you just, you know what I'm saying, you're a much more likable person.
Okay, so Tommy Sotomayor had nothing to do with the attitude of this young woman. I don't know if you folks saw this, but pretty much Tommy Sotomayor was pretty hard on the young lady, pretty much saying, oh, you just come out the woodwork now, talk about your daddy and all this other stuff. So again, if you met with respect, you give respect. But if you're met with disrespect, you're going to give disrespect. So far, I don't see anybody on this panel disrespecting her. Do y'all? Oh, but wait. Where this nigga? I told y'all we was gonna skip around a little bit.
I don't think it was a bad idea to try to meet with her and her moms. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's necessary for y'all to have a relationship. I don't think it's...
Okay, that's the first part. I'm glad I skipped right to that. First of all, let me speak on that. This young lady is old enough that if, and this, again, some things I might say that y'all might give pushback on and some you might not. But I will say this. She is old enough that if she wanted to have a conversation with her father, she could do that without her mother being present. There's absolutely no reason, in my honest opinion, if you're trying to foster a relationship with your mother or your father, that the other parent has to be there for that relationship to either blossom or end right there. The mere fact that I've heard some folks say that it's unresolved issues. There are no issues between Umar Johnson and this child's mother or this young woman's mother that needs to be resolved by her. That's between Umar and the baby's mama. If she's still mad at Umar for not being around, that's not her fault. That's Umar and the baby mama's deal. Hey, Zahara, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. She don't need to be in the middle of a reconciliation or the what ifs and the why nots, or how comes you did this, or why wasn't you around. Those questions she can ask her dad on her own. She don't need the mama present for that. But also, you don't have to be disrespectful to the other parent by saying, listen, I don't need you for this one. I appreciate your sentiment. I appreciate you wanting to be there for me, mom or dad. But this is a relationship that I have to do for myself. And that's a fair point at HT Baldwin, but it seems to me that just based on the conversation that I've listened to her, not only in this stream but on other streams, that she knew enough of him to where the comfort level should have already been there. That's just my opinion. But I get what you're saying. Good point.
Necessary for all three y'all to meet to have a relationship with
So
your
you
dad.
think just us two?
Yeah, but I don't think it's
But
a bad idea.
I don't even know Umar.
No, I don't think he's gonna. I don't know, but I just think it is. I think it would have been better, ideally, for all three y'all to have a civil relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, I want to know what SS say. Okay.
So no, the mother don't have nothing to do with grown. She's a grown child. I do not. I got children her age as well. I got 2 children her age, and I got grandkids. I don't need to speak to their mother for anything. If I want to go hang out with my grown kids, I go call my grown kids. Are you busy? What time is it? And we can have a conversation. And that conversation.
Hey, Sharon, it's been like that.
Oh my God, bro, we gotta let each other finish, bro.
And that conversation does not have anything to do about the relationship that me and a mom had. That is not a conversation that we need to be having as children. We can move forward, and then she got questions about relationships. We can have that conversation, but I would steer the conversation away from my personal relationship with my child's other parent.
Absolutely, I would too, because sometimes the child might not want to hear what you have to say about that other person, that other baby mama or that baby daddy. It might be detrimental to the child, especially depending on the young, if the child is young. You might have some real bad things to say about the mama or the daddy. And in most relationships, most breakups, let's face it, maybe the first 3, 4, 5 months or even year into the relationship, y'all ain't got nothing good to say about each other. How do I know? Because I went through it. And when I got divorced, I didn't have shit good to say about my ex-wife. Nothing. Didn't want to see her, didn't want to be around her. But that did not stop me from taking care of the responsibility of mine. That's the difference. I don't need to speak to my child about the relationship I had with your mother. That's not your business. If you want to ask me why I wasn't there, that's a fair, but that's a question that you and I will sit down and talk about. Your mother does not to be, or your father does not to be, need to be present when we have that conversation. Fair enough.
I agree with that.
But this is the difference, right? You've been actively involved in your children's life the whole time. So it's a difference between a father who's been actively, all three of us, all four of us that have children have been actively involved in our children's life the whole time. So there's a bond in a relationship that you have with that child that you could call up. Like, for example, my daughter just graduated college. I didn't speak to no side of that family at all. Me and my daughter kicked it. We made our plans. Woo, woo, woo. It didn't have nothing to do with them, right? But me and my daughter and I have had an established relationship that, you know what I'm saying, we don't need anybody else. However, the only reason why I'm saying in this particular case is because, again, she just said it. She just said she doesn't know him.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, Izzy, I guess you think that the internet is short-lived, or folks don't remember some of the shit that you said about the relationship. I don't know how many children you have, so I'm only going to go by the one that I heard you speaking of. But some time ago, you was on Bomb Cherry's chat room, and you was explaining the relationship between you, your child, and the baby's mother. You said personally, Izzy Bands, that if something was to go awry, or your mother needed or the child needed something at any age, especially now, because I think we were dealing with a teenager at this time, that the mother was to pick up the phone and call you, because that's her responsibility as the mother, to keep you informed of what's going on with your child, since you can't be there 24/7. So since that was a decision that she made, the least she can do is pick up the phone and call. Brother, you can't have it both ways. See, you guys think that the internet is short-lived, that people forget what y'all say. I didn't forget, Izzy. I didn't forget that you said while you was on a live stream that your baby mama called you. If you didn't have any conversation with her, if you and your daughter had a special bond, wouldn't your daughter have called you directly and not the mama first? I'm just saying.
how does she even know? Hold on real quick. She doesn't know him. And the person that her and her father have in common is, guess what? Her mother. And that relationship and the dysfunction of that relationship has shaped her to a degree. So there needs to be some sort of atonement, some sort of conversation.
I agree with that too. I agree with him too. I do. I agree with both of y'all. I can't lie.
And I just want to say this before
That's very
Sharon
true.
get in, right?
What? Okay.
Sharon, you're absolutely right.
Okay, now I'll ask you, since you agree with him, I wish the young lady was on the panel, so I would ask you, what atonement would you get from you and your mother? What atonement would you get from you, Dr. Umar, and your mother sitting down to figure out why the two of them wasn't together? I'm sure at some point in time or the other, whether it was a good reason or a bad reason, your mother told you, right? So what part of that conversation would you need? Why would you want to discuss the goings-ons and coming-ons of a failed relationship between you and your mother, or your mother and Dr. Umar? Again, it's not your business. No disrespect, but as As they say, sometimes it's best to stay in his child's place. I'm not going to talk to my children about why me and their mama divorced. That ain't your business. We just are.
As an adult, her and her dad's relationship don't got nothing to do with the mom. I'm just saying, ideally, it'll be dope if they all could just be civil amongst each other. That's all.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
So-
Because if she had a family, both of them would still be part of her extended family.
Okay, I want to hear S. Let's see what we.
So the problem is, first of all, she know for a fact that's her dad. That's number one. So she is safe. Number two, she's gonna meet him in a public place. You could go to a restaurant, you go to a library. If you feel in, hey, I need to check his temperature for the first time. There's plenty of public places that they could go where it's semi-private, where they can have a personal conversation, where it's people around, where nothing extra can happen, no matter how heated she get, because she's young and she probably will have a lot of questions for her father. So a lot of emotions possibly could come out, but she will be protected because there's other people that will be able to witness this interaction. And the mother is completely doesn't have anything to do with Anisa and Mr. Johnson at all. It is nothing, because the only questions that Anisa can have is about relationship
with me and him.
With them.
And that's absolutely right, Sharon. That's the only questions that she needs to have. She don't need to have any questions. If she wants to, I'm sure she might be curious. But young lady, if you're trying to foster a relationship with your father, what the reasons why your father and your mother broke up, it should make a difference. It really shouldn't. Hey, what's up there, DJ Torch? How you living, good brother? It really shouldn't make a difference. And to be quite honest with you, you really shouldn't care about why they broke up. The mere fact that out of, I think I understand 20 years or so, that you get to rekindle your relationship with your father, that's what your focus should be, not why your parents broke up.
That does not, she don't need that information, because that's their relationship. She's building her relationship with her dad separate from those two entities.
HQ, she said, she is the kid. It is his responsibility to reach out. And I do agree with that. She also said mom.
And again, I agree with that also. Again, some things that I say, some folks gonna give pushback, but I can tell you from the life that I've lived, my parents didn't call me, I called them. I was expected to call my parents and check on them. You know why? Because they took care of me. So it's now my duty after I left the nest to make sure that my parents are taken care of. Hey moms, hey pops, how y'all doing? Hey, I'm coming home this weekend. Isn't that what we all did growing up? We left the house, then we came back home for the weekend to spend time with our grandparents and our moms and our pops. Didn't we all relish the idea of when we got our first place, that our moms came in and helped us decorate and all kind of stuff like that? But then she said at the end of the night, girl, I got to go home. Or son, I'm going home now. Take care of your place. Hey, Angelica, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you very much for stopping in. Thank you for stopping in. No, and that's the point. Again, Torch, you're absolutely right. Dr. Umar didn't take care of it, because that's the crux of this whole conversation, that he wasn't there. But again, you know, some of these guys that we'll find out are going to equate sending some money or blaming the mother on the reason why that she shouldn't be doing what she's doing. But y'all will see. For those of you who have not seen this stream yet, you'll see. Again, shout out to the channel owner, Witch Doctor. Big shout out to you. Hey Alex, how you doing, good brother? Appreciate you letting me review your stream.
Has nothing to do with it. Leave mom out.
That's not true. That's not true. She got everything.
Hey, you know what? You know, Auntie HQ is not afraid to substantiate her point. She also,
again, shout out to HQ, because again, this is a woman that's telling you. You guys are talking about every time a woman makes has an honest and fair, concise opinion about something, y'all want to throw that to the side. Y'all want to make that disappear. But she's absolutely right. As a woman, she's telling y'all loose niggas that me and her, that baby daddy I ain't gotta be around for you to have a relationship with your daddy. Now that's coming from a woman, but we're gonna find out a little bit later on in this stream. There's gonna be some niggas that completely disagree with what that woman just said.
Who said, why would mom need to show up? So mom and dad can argue in front of her? I don't think, no, he tells his story and she makes the connection, not be forced to referee. I do agree with that. I do agree with when it said they should have like a mediator.
A mediator.
But I appreciate you.
No, you don't need no mediator because there don't need to be no meeting. There is no mediator. Listen, this child is grown. We're using the term child. But according to the United States laws and all the different things, she's an adult. So this adult, now I'm going to switch it up now. This adult can make a decision whether she wants to talk to her daddy or not without any of us, without her mama, without me, without the angry man, without Thomas Sotomayor, without Witch Doctor, without Angelica, without Shar. She can make that decision on her own. Izzy is or Izzy ain't bands. Auntie. Yeah, this is the daughter on the panel right now. She's right next to Sharon with the little bun at the top of her head. That's actually Umar's daughter.
Auntie HQ4, the motherfucking support.
Money counting team. Money counting team. Money counting team. Money counting team.
And we got one more before we get out of here. We got member for 15 motherfucking months. God damn. Tony Golden. He said, so she would date a girl, so she is gay. He don't believe that you're not gay, you know what I'm saying? But it's
not gay.
Yeah.
Damn story.
Don't listen to him. He don't never know. He don't never know. He don't never know. Don't listen to him. He don't never know. He don't never know. What's going on? Darkness.
Oh yeah. Weren't you just pop?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, down, 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 down. Loose nigga roundup time. First loose nigga on the block, Jay Prince for president. I want y'all to listen to what this grown man is telling this young woman. Grown 47-year-old man with children that could possibly be in this position one day. Well, no, you ain't gonna be in this position because you're not gonna, I don't give a damn what you say. You're not gonna reach the status of Umar Johnson. Sorry, you're not. Especially not working as the lead fry cook at McDonald's. You're not gonna make it, brother. Okay, you're not gonna make it to the cream not gonna rise to the crop, to the top in your world circle there, Jay Prince, simply because some of the shit that I done heard you say, some of the shit that I done seen you do. Listen, I'm not gonna hold no more punches. You ain't shit, nigga. Just bottom line to it. If I knew you in person, I would tell you the same shit. I'm not gonna hold no punches against you. I told you this on the stream, on Bomb Cherry stream, on your own stream. You ain't shit. And I'll hold truth to it because listen to what you say.
Popping shit in the chat.
Yeah, I just came up here to say I'm cloud chasing a little bit, to be honest.
Just doing corn bombers, sir. You know?
No, hey, let me ask you a question. Did he pay child support? Did Umar pay any child?
Yes, he did.
Oh, he was paying child support though. Okay.
So he paid child support. Okay, so we don't want to re-traumatize the mother. If she says she doesn't want to be involved or she doesn't want to meet with him, you respect that. But you're looking to get his side of the story. You're not looking to get a referee match. You're not looking to do any of those things. You're looking to see why you see. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter what happened between your mother and him. Doesn't matter. What matters is, how old are you?
20.
I'm sorry. She's how old? How old?
Sorry, I just turned 23 on Tuesday.
So
bring it back to happy belated birthday.
Hold on. I'm almost done.
Happy birthday.
You're 23. Where was he on your 21st birthday or your 18th birthday? Where was he on your 18th birthday? When you didn't have the influence of your mother, when you could have when he could have went and got you and talked to you without any kind of legal ramifications, where was he when you turned 18? That's what I would ask him. What difference does it make what went on between my mother and you? Where were you when I turned 18, when you had the legal right to come and tell me, I always wanted you, but my mom kept me away from you?
And that is a fair question. And so again, you're a fair but sticky situation. As you said, she was uncomfortable, but I don't know how with Umar. She for some reason or the other, everyone paints the mother had painted Umar in a bad light to the daughter. Okay, so I don't think that would have been a move at 18 years old the daughter would have made, especially turning 18. I think that's more of a day that a mother would have more have celebrated than a father would have. So maybe in this case, the daughter was more amped about spending time with her mother. Look, I'm turning 18 or whatever. This is what y'all women do. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Again, I might get pushed back on a few things. If I'm wrong about some things, folks, I don't mind being wrong. I really don't. I do not mind being wrong. Being wrong builds character. I'm not in the ground yet, so I got a little time to build some character. Right. I remember when I turned 18, all I wanted to hear from my pop was happy birthday. That was it. Hey, happy birthday, son. All right, Pop, appreciate it. Got on about my business. So, you know, as a teenager, again, maybe that's how she looked at it. Meeting Pops that day on her 18th birthday wasn't a high on the priority list. I don't know. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. But again, the only person that could answer that, honestly, would be young Anisa.
18 was when he should have showed up. He didn't show up. He has not shown up. So my thing is, it doesn't matter whether her mother is there or not. He should have showed up at 18.
No.
And that's perfect lead into that question there before we let loudmouth Jay Prince come in. Meanwhile, she says, meanwhile, you're just sitting there waiting for him to send for you. Meanwhile, you as a child that you say you want to build a relationship with your father, and you're just waiting for him to send for you. So you can ask him the ultimate question. Why you ain't never sent for me? Does that make sense? Again, you're welcome to give me pushback, but does that make sense? You're sitting there waiting for your prospective parent, your mother or your father that didn't grow up in the household with you. You're sitting there at 18 saying, wonder why he ain't sent for me today, instead of, hey, I'm 18 today, what you gonna do? I indeed, yes, they are. There's a whole lot of people that are traumatized by not being raised by their families. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And I think this young lady is one of those folks that you're talking about there, Angelica, that she has been traumatized by the fact that she was raised up with her family, with her father.
Shouldn't have.
Hold on.
At this point, you can't get
that girl. If he wanted to be a father to that girl, he should have shown up at 18.
No. That's false.
Okay, hold on. Before y'all go, hey, Witch Doctor, before y'all go, Witch Doctor, bring it back down to the panel until you're ready to play the video, so we all could see everybody.
Yeah, and I think she's having some problem with her phone. She'll come back in, but Sharon, you got it, and then let JP and whoever else didn't get a chance to.
Hold on. Let me jump in with HQ.
Wait a minute, and we gotta let the people who in touch the mic to pause to get a word in. You know what I mean?
No. There you go. That's all I was saying. Is bring it back so we can see everybody.
I'm saying there's no excuse when she turned 18. No excuse on this planet for him not to have went to her and said, your mother kept me away from you. Your mother said this X, Y, and Z. I'm telling you, as a grown adult, you're 18 now. I can speak to you because you're grown. Legally, you're a grown adult. This is what I did. I did not want to be involved with you and your mother while you were under the age of 18. Now you're 18. Now we can have a relationship if you want to. I will explain my side. Why didn't he do that? That's all I want to know. 18 years old. Why you didn't do that?
He didn't have to.
Because that's the other argument, you know, for the people who say that they get so much problems from their baby mother, then they just gonna back away until their child is 18. So I thought that 18 was the golden year.
No.
What I'm saying in this case, 23 to 24 is the golden year. Like it should start right now. 18, you can't get it back. 11, 12, you can't get it back, but you can focus on 24, 25. You done messed up 23. She said she just turned 23 a couple of weeks ago. It should be now in the future. That should be the concern. All of this stuff in the past, and everybody's, we need to sit back and talk about things from 20 years ago. The hell we do? Who sits there and talks about stuff from 20 years ago with their kids?
No. So
like, come on.
18,
you focus on now.
I agree with you on that one there, Auntie. Not unless it's a fond memory of something, that memory that was passed down from generation to generation, or some strategic information on how to deal with the police and all that. For the most part, who talks about something that went on from 20 years ago? When you talk to these children these days about something that happened in 1985, they give you a look of bewilderment. What year was that? You know, we've heard some of these folks stress the fact that, you know, that as they call them, the baby boomers sit down and shut up. That we don't have nothing to offer. We're just that they are washed up. That they are just folks that shouldn't be heard from no more. To be stuffed into a corner somewhere and break the glass of only in the case of emergency. But so far, I'm not sure of the age of the lady right here, but she's pretty seen to me, other than the 22-year-old and some of the things that Sharon has said. I don't know anybody else who's talking sense on the panel. I haven't heard the LA Project come up, but actually I did hear, because I think right about now, or maybe a little bit later, when I came on the panel and I started listening for the first time. So I didn't hear all of this earlier. Yes, you're absolutely right. A connection does have to be made. No matter who makes the connection, LA Project, a connection has to be made. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But let's continue.
In the future.
Right? So 18 should have been the time he came and he went and got his daughter.
But that didn't happen.
Doesn't she still live with her mother
now?
Didn't she still live with her mother at 18? So that, I mean,
she's still an adult.
I mean, she was in college. She said she was a Temple University student.
What I'm saying is like, okay, I get it. What you want an apology from him, you'll get that. But at some point, it's got to be about now and forward. The past can't matter. So I know what AQ said that earlier. She's like, the past didn't matter. But then in the same sentence, HQ is saying, oh, well, where were you when I was 18? It's like, hey, the past don't matter.
And that question right there, Auntie, will probably come up. And again, a perfect timing for some of the things that's coming up and some of the comments that I'm seeing down in the chat room. And as LA Project said, my focus would be getting to know my child first before defending myself. And you're absolutely right, because the child, Auntie, as you said, is going to have some questions. Where were you? So you're going to have to be prepared for that. You're going to have to know how to answer those questions at the same time. In some cases, like LA said, it's not about defending what you did or didn't do, or defending yourself or why you wasn't there. You're going to have to understand that there's going to be some questions that child will ask you. Where you been for the last 12 years? Where you been for the last 20 years? You have to be prepared for that. And again, so I'm going to back this all the way up to the beginning. What does the mother have to do with this? Regardless of whatever relationship that Umar had with this child's mother, whether they had a great relationship or they had a tumultuous relationship, what difference or why would Umar or the daughter need to check in with the mama to have a conversation about having a relationship through the rest of their life? if he has a relationship with his daughter, that means does it mean that he has a relationship with the woman now? Do those two coincide?
Wait, you got it, Sharon. Let Sharon get Sharon and
Lauren was
Sharon
trying to talk. I was trying to be quiet so Lauren could
my
talk.
fault, my fault. Sharon, don't pop a blood vessel.
I'm about to.
Don't do that.
You're gonna be all right. Lauren was trying to talk. You can't.
Oh my God.
So to bandit from Mellow. Wait a minute.
What difference does it make what went on between my mother and you?
Okay, I went a little too far, folks, but I'm trying to find out the exact J Prince part right here. So let me let this travel on a little farther, okay?
When I turned 18, when you had the legal right to come and tell me, I always wanted you, but my mom kept me away from you. 18 was when he should have showed up. He didn't show up. He has not shown up. So my thing is, it doesn't matter whether her mother is there or not. He should have showed up at 18.
No, he shouldn't have.
Hold on.
At this point, you can't get
that girl. If he wanted to be a father to that girl, he should have shown up at 18.
No. That's false.
Okay, hold on. Before y'all go, hey, Witch Doctor, before y'all go, Witch Doctor, bring it back down to the panel until you're ready to play the video, so we all could see everybody.
Yeah, and I think she's having some problem with her phone. She'll come back in. But Sharon, you got it, and then let JP and whoever else didn't get a chance to.
Hold on. Let me jump in with HQ.
Wait a minute, and we gotta let the people who in touch the mic to pause to get a word in. You know what I mean?
No, there you go. That's all I was saying. Is they bring it back so we can see everybody.
I'm saying there's no excuse when she turned 18. No excuse on this planet for him not to have went to her and said, "Your mother kept me away from you. Your mother said this X, Y, and Z. I'm telling you, as a grown adult, you're 18 now. I can speak to you because you're grown. Legally, you're a grown adult. This is what I did. I did not want to be involved with you and your mother while you were under the age of 18. Now you're 18. Now we can have a relationship if you want to. I will explain my side. Why didn't he do that?"
And that would be a fair question of the daughter to the father. That would be a fair question. Why? Where were you, pops, or where were you, moms? That would be a fair question. And I hope that there's some men or there's some women that can answer that honestly. Again, sometimes when that question does get answered, you as the child that answers that question may not agree or may not like the answer that you get. But remember, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube once you squeeze it out.
That's all I want to know. 18 years old. Why you didn't do it?
Because that's the other argument, for the people who say that they get so much problems from their baby mother, then they just gonna back away until their child is 18. So I thought that 18 was the golden year.
No.
What I'm saying in this case, 23 to 24 is the golden year. Like, it should start right now. 18, you can't get it back. 11, 12, you can't get it back, but you can focus on 24, 25. You done messed up 23. She said she just turned 23 a couple of weeks ago. It should be now in the future. That should be the concern. All of this stuff in the past, and everybody's, we need to sit back and talk about things from 20 years ago. The hell we do? Who sits there and talks about stuff from 20 years ago with their kids?
No. So,
come on. 18, you focus on now and the future.
What's good, bro? What's good? Let me get
Shout out to Anisa, man. I done heard about your story. I hope everything goes better for you for sure.
What you mean by that if the roles was reversed?
What the fuck? Bro.
If Umar had full custody of me and he was trying to keep me from my mom, I'd be like, I don't really agree with what Mr. President is saying.
As a man, I don't think he would have did
about
that.
child support. You wasn't there.
I don't think he would have did that. I think that the problem is I grew up with a single mama too, and everybody always tell the story. Since mama was there, she get all of the credibility and the benefit of the doubt.
And
no matter what, said, your daddy ain't gonna tell you the truth about your mama because he know that's gonna
What's
offend
the truth about her? What's the truth then?
Lying ass conniving motherfucker.
No.
And see, this is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Here we come. This loose nigga Jay Prince, no respect for anyone. He don't know that woman. Just Jay Prince, just because you used to dealing with lying, no good, bottom scum feeding ass women, that don't mean every woman in this world is in the caliber of what you pick up and choose.
You're hurt and you are projecting your situation.
Umar ain't gonna tell you.
How you know? You know her mother?
Because he ain't gonna want to hurt his daughter feelings. So I'm a stranger. I got love for her.
Do you know her mother?
Projecting. You're projecting. That sounds like Hill. Go Hill.
Your mama was dead ass wrong.
No, go Hill. He was dead ass wrong. And you don't want him to take accountability. You have children. You should understand where I'm coming from.
I fought just like Omar, but lucky my baby mama was
that's why you feel the way that you feel. That's why because you had stupid ass baby moms who tried to keep you from your children. They don't have nothing to do with it.
Best interest to have baby mamas like mine than the one he got now.
I don't.
Wait,
your mama did you and him at this service.
Hey, baby mama his ass up and left him. Left his ass on welfare.
Right, Anthony. Get Anthony on the stand. Get Anthony
they left his ass on
here.
There with the kids. That nigga multiple times. They baby mama him up. So that's it, man. This nigga don't count.
So
man,
clock it, Anthony.
You know he got kids.
This man does have kids.
I don't have kids. My kid is grown. Raise an adult before you talk shit. Raise a functional adult. Raise a functional adult, motherfucker, and bathe.
Were you the one that raised them?
Bathe daily, motherfucker.
Did you raise them?
Yes, she did.
Yeah, I raised him. He fucking broke. I pay his tuition with me right now. What are you talking about?
You didn't even pay child support.
Shit. You don't know what
Why
the
would
fuck
he pay child support if he in their life?
It doesn't fucking matter. It's not about what you bought him, it's about what you taught him.
And y'all sit up there, it's always easy to blame the fathers. No, her mama was the deadbeat. She wanted some assistance. She wanted the kids for herself, just like all women in America.
Just like you.
Hurt. Please,
This is the guy that folks say you'll see earlier. Someone sent a link saying Happy Mother's Day to this fucking clown. Let's continue. I haven't said nothing for a reason. Y'all continue.
You got baby
just like you.
He's projecting.
You got baby
Yes, he's projecting.
They left you with the kids, and now you want Section 8 with
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Stop giving him credit. Stop giving him credit.
Is your fucking
Stop giving him. Put me back on the stand. Put me back on the stand. Put me back on the stand. Stop giving him credit.
That's a
Stop
fact.
giving him credit.
Dude, he would have been in jail for
Stop giving him
The
credit.
state is your daddy. The EBT is
your
your
mama
mommy.
took him to court. Your mama did that. So he did exactly like I would have did.
Why did she do that? And why did she do that? Answer that for me. Why did she do that?
Because she wanted power. She was
Because he wasn't there.
She's no different. She's a
Because
baby
he wasn't
mama.
there.
That's what baby mamas do. It's sad to say.
Let's not overcomplicate the basics.
This is the nigga y'all celebrate. And when I say y'all know who I'm talking to. Hit dogs will holler. This is the nigga that folks will celebrate. Jay Prince for president. Don't know this woman. Never met her a day in her life. But you felt comfortable enough, Jay Prince, to get up on a platform. And this is what I say to all the other content creators. Why do y'all give niggas like this an audience? I don't understand that. Why do y'all give folks like this an audience? Year after year. I've known of Jay Prince probably for at least a good 4 or 5 years now. And his MO, his modus operandi has not changed. He has not changed. He been fixing up that food cart, that food truck. He been scamming from y'all. He been telling y'all, been using his children as props for y'all to super chat him. and they'll come over here and talking about how he's concerned about why somebody didn't raise their children. Nigga, you're doing a poor job raising your children yourself. It's not that we got to guess, Jay Prince. We see it because we look in the background when you doing your live streams and your children wandering around with this on and that on, or not unkept. We see that for ourselves. Nobody got to tell us. We see it. We hear, we saw the life of you and Flora, how you invited this woman down here to talk about in the guise of holy matrimony. You was going to take care of her, and less than a month later, she showed up somewhere beat up, hauling ass from a nigga like you. And here it is, another chance that you get up on here to talk shit about another woman, another black woman, because your life is so miserable, because that's what you have, man. You have a miserable ass life. You don't know no better. You're a bottom feeder. So no wonder that the woman that you talk to treats you the way you do, because they know you ain't shit. Think about this, Jay Prince. How fucked up the woman got to be for the state to leave 3 girls with you. How fucked up them women got to be that had them babies, that the state thought it best to leave them with you.
You won't be just like he wasn't here, so my mom took him to jail. That's it. And he paid child support. You're more mad than me. I should be over here crying.
Your mom in jail for all that lying she was doing.
I should be over here crying, not you.
No, I'm crying for the black man.
Yeah.
He got robbed from raising his kids because of your mama, and she the one the bad guy to me, to be honest with you. And then her grandmother's no different. Sad to say, you're gonna be just like both of them. You're gonna have kids, and you're gonna remove the kids from the daddy, and then blame the daddy 18 years after you and the government rob him from his fatherhood. Your mama ain't no motherfucking victim. She the villain. He played into the system and he knew that was going.
Now, Witch Doctor, I don't know if you're still down in the listening lounge or whatever. I don't know what part you may have skipped on or you may have heard me talk about, but I will ask you this question, brother. Why didn't you drop Jay Prince immediately? Why did you allow him to go this far? Why did this young lady have to ask you to remove him from the panel? That's my question to you, brother.
Benefit her.
But Mr. President.
Okay, so by that logic, nigga, you're the villain.
Wait a minute, Mr. President.
By that logic, situation, he's the villain.
I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish.
Hey, Candy Cane Lane, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome in. Thank you for tuning in.
But Beyonce had one of the...
Mr. President, it sounds like you it sounds like you know about her situation more than her. Anybody else want to go in the box with
As a father, as black man, according to the state, he did exactly what he's supposed to have done.
Nope.
He didn't get locked up for no child support. So under the state rules, he's not a deadbeat. He don't have no felony for neglecting paying his payments. He did exactly
DJ.
Her mammy took him. He did exactly what he's supposed to do. Fuck him.
DJ. Either you kick him off or I'm getting off. You kick him off or I'm getting.
Perfect. She finally had enough. Either you kick him off or I'm leaving. Shouldn't have took her to say that. I'm getting you up out of here. You got to go. Because you're nothing but disrespectful. You got to go. You're not going to disrespect my guests or my panelists at any time.
It's that simple. Because you ain't about to tell me.
Since you my guest.
You're not about to...
I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Damn.
Oh, you his probation officer, right? So he's in the back. If you decide to let him up,
about to tell me.
There should be no more decision about it. He should not be up there at all. Because you know what he's coming back up for. And you're right there, HT Ball. One, I forgot to mention this, JP. Ain't you that nigga that went to a clinic to where you have to get a shot in the ass to cure the STD that you picked up. You decided the best thing that you could do, as far as a woman was concerned, was go to a STD clinic. Find you a good old woman, take her back home, make her take a shower, because you didn't even talk about her taking a shower first. Did the nasty. You're disgusting. You that kind of nigga. You are that nigga that I'm talking about. You are the nigga that invented the loose nigga roundup. Motherfuckers like you.
Nothing about a situation that don't have
this,
nothing to
if
do
you-
with him.
if you
He's
wanna let him
fucking
up-
sad and he needs to go heal, and he's projecting his insecurities onto me. So get him the hell up out of here.
Absolutely.
If
He's
you
on
want to
his-
let him up,
Hey,
he's in the back, but
Hey,
you
which
don't got
doctor?
to. You know what I'm
That
saying?
man is on his period.
Hey, no, that's crazy. Listen,
I never
but
heard
child
of
support,
these.
hold
Come
on,
on,
child
bro.
support and child custody are two totally separate, different issues of the court.
Yep.
It's not the same thing. So I don't know why people are saying if you have to pay child support, that has nothing to do with child custody or seeing your children. It's not the same issue. It's not.
It's not.
Do you think the same way I do, Anisa? If he wanted to talk to you, he would have came at the age of 18?
Absolutely.
Did you still live with your mother at 18 though?
Yes, I lived with my mom my whole life.
Yeah, so he probably, you still live with your mom, right?
Mhm.
So that's probably why he wants to see you and your mom too, but just for
Now, but with all due respect, even 18, look, back when you were growing up, HQ, maybe even when I was growing, I ain't gonna talk about how old I am, but but she's a child of the social media era. How long? I think she said she's been on social media since she was like 13.
Ooh, that
so we can
bird.
stay in touch.
Sorry.
And that's Auntie. That's another fair point. She is a child of the social media era. So again, folks, if you're a child of the 70s and the 80s, you know that the way that you got in touch with your parents if they lived apart was by mail. You know, or your parents came to see you, or whatever. You got a card in the mail, or whatever. Now, if you and your parents live apart, all it takes is a smartphone. There shouldn't be. It's again. I guess what I'm trying to say is this: the business of whose fault it is. It's both folks' fault. The child, especially if the child is old enough to use the equipment of social media. I can understand that if the child is 7, 8, 9 years old, 10 years old, 13, 14, 15, still under the care of the mother. But when you're talking about 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 years old, we're talking about a whole different set of parameters, folks. A whole different set of, wait a minute, why I gotta reach out to you? Some folks will say that you have to take all that into consideration. Some men think that way. You're old enough to reach out to me. I'm the daddy here. I'm the mama here. Some folks take that into consideration. I'm not going to reach out to my child. My child better reach out to me. And you can't say that you don't hear that in our spheres, whether it be the YouTube streets or in real life. You cannot hear me say that most black parents will say, I wish the hell I would reach out to my child and ain't heard from them in weeks. I wish my child wouldn't call me in 3 weeks. I got some shit to tell them when they do pick up the phone. This whole generation here, folks, like I make this. I know it's not funny, but it's true. Go on to any bus, any CTA, MARTA, BART, whatever, however you get around your city. Look at the folks on the bus. If you wanted to rob one of them, all you had to do was pick which one up, because all of them got their head down on their phone. They don't even know who's getting on the bus. They don't know who's getting on the bus. Too late to look up when the shooting happened. Too late to look up when somebody already got you. Hey, let me get your purse. Oh, that's all you can do. They bust in your house because you are on your phone. You don't hear all that climbing in the back because you laughing so loud at the latest Instagram. Next thing you know, all you can do is throw bullets at them. let's move on. Let me click a little bit here. Like I said, we're gonna rumble through this. I'm trying to find the guest, the star attraction here. Let me.
Yeah, if you start now,
relationship with them. You gotta have some sort of decency.
That's why I said, yeah, if you start now. But if you keep going back to the past and the same thing that caused you to not be around in the first place, why dredge that toxicity back up?
Police! Police! Police!
Oh, my fault. There's no more space on the panel, Keels. You gotta drop somebody.
So again, my situation is completely different. That's number one. Number two, if I don't need to speak to the mothers, I don't have to speak to them. Whether it's a barbecue, a birthday party, whether it's my grandkids' birthday party, a graduation, I don't have to speak to those women if I don't need to. I don't need to. We'll be courteous because we just being courteous. If you can, like which doctor said, you can have this utopia where everybody's a blended family. That is fucking awesome, but it is not needed when we're talking about 20-year-old children. Yeah.
But we're not. But wait a minute. From what I'm saying, from what I'm hearing, nobody argued that it was necessary, bro. We just saying ideally that would be the best case scenario.
No, that's not.
Now, why not aim for the best case scenario? And if that don't work, then aim for the least best case and just keep going down the line. Like, what's wrong with that?
Doc, we trying to tell you that's not even best case. With that's actually one of the worst cases because you're more likely to just dredge up the same toxic stuff that kept you away in the first place. It don't make no sense to bring this stuff up no more. Move past it. Okay, if she needs answers, Dad, why weren't you around? Look, time snowballs. I got focused on the wrong stuff, and I held.
One. I know you're a little slow, and I know you're a little saucy, so
bro,
your ears get sauced up, nigga.
That was mean, man.
That was
crazy work.
So it was meaner than what he said.
That was mean, man.
Cool.
Nah,
y'all can take me out the box.
Y'all
could have. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean. Sorry for being mean.
Cut that part out.
Hey, but y'all don't think that.
Sorry for being mean, Sharon.
She want to know her dad and shit, right? Y'all don't think that before they get into all that past shit that they should at least get to know each other first?
Yes, absolutely.
I do think that's fair.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
So then I wouldn't have the meeting with the mom because it's gonna be more fighting than anything.
No,
so they should get together.
Hold on.
No, I'm saying on this first encounter, on this first meeting. Hold on, bro. Let me finish. I ain't said shit all night.
Facts.
On this first meeting, bro, they should get together, at least have a coffee or whatever, and try to get to know each other. Give a couple of rounds of that before you introduce the mom, because she is gonna want to know why you abandoned me. Is it me? She could be feeling that. She gonna want them answers. And maybe you have to bring moms in, but I wouldn't do it at first. They need to get to know each other first.
Your mic is sounding crazy. And wait a minute. Free your mic is sounding crazy, right? And nobody's saying that is mandatory, bro. All I'm saying is that it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. That's all I'm.
Brooklyn, nigga. He ain't from where we from, nigga. Cut that shit. He ain't from where me and Shannon from, man. Cut that shit,
because
nigga.
I'm from the side that tell the truth. We don't walk around.
You from up the hill, nigga. You from up.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, there's no more real discussion about the young lady. Now it's all about, again, who's the bigger, who's the best, who has the most, where you from, who you at, what you doing, why you at. Sound like damn. What's the guy's name? Where you at? Who you from? Good God Almighty! Are y'all grown men? I hope she made a little money off of Cyber Dreams. I hope she did.
The hill, like Connecticut or some shit.
Right. So look, we don't wear fake teeth on my side. We don't wear fake polo.
I know. I don't. We don't either. You need to. We don't either.
Mama agreed with the government saying that the best interest of that baby was for him to pay that child support and he can't be the father that he desired to be. So with that being said, the judge stamped it and the mama agreed with it and followed it. So at that point, it's up to Umar if he decides to. You can't. I'm so tired of people doing some crazy, harmful stuff to black men and black fathers or fathers in general, and tell him. I seen women in the chat gonna tell him he's supposed to fight even harder. Why he had to fight in the first place?
Yeah, the fighting
no,
part,
he
the
should
fighting
not.
part, the fight.
Man, you sound like a
Can't nobody
crybaby,
tell
brother.
no black father how to feel after you don't drive him from his parenthood.
High all the way down on shoulders.
Damn, stop crying. You sound like a female, bro.
I don't give a damn what I sound like. You can't tell a father. You can't tell a father.
You should have nutted in her. You shouldn't have nutted in her.
She should have scratched up her back.
You should have pulled out.
She should have took a fucking plan B.
What you mean? They both were fucking. She's not nobody
in her. You nutted in her.
See, this is what I'm talking about, folks. This is the kind of guy that I say don't give any voice to. Don't pay Jay Prince any attention. And sooner or later, his channel will go away. Don't let it bump on your panels when you see him. Don't let him come to your house and shit on your couch and just leave it. Because that's what he does. That's who he is. Would you take this guy seriously? Look at him. Look at him. Look how the freeze frame. Mouth open. Mudfish. That's why I call you mudfish, because that's what you look like. A fucking mudfish.
Land the plane with this.
You nutted in her.
And to land the plane with this, right? Umar still taking care of that girl. The only reason why y'all so excited to even talk to her because of Umar Johnson. Not because of who she is.
Even the sun shine on the dog ass when you hold it up high enough. And that's the only thing that you'll ever hear me say that right came out of Jay Prince's mouth, because I said it. The only reason that we're talking about this Anisa and Dr. Umar is because he's a public figure. If he had not been, we wouldn't be having this conversation. We'd be talking P. Diddy. We'd be talking who P. Diddy was smashing behind the doors. We'd be talking about Cassie, how she let these two grown men hold her down and pee on her. We'd be talking about all of that. The only reason we're talking about Umar Johnson right now and his daughter is because of the fame he has. Whether you agree whether it's a whole lot of fame or a little bit of fame.
Not because of her mammy, it's because of Umar Johnson. And I guarantee you, if Umar Johnson come on this stream right now, y'all gonna be sucking dick. So don't even go there, y'all just dead with clouds.
Drop me any of that shit.
Nah, you wasn't kicked out. I think I switched with you when I had to.
Despite what the mom said, she could have been like, "This nigga ain't shit. He don't love you. He don't want to be in your life." She kind of don't believe that. She want to know who. Damn, you my daddy. Just come know me. That's all she asking for.
Bro, free the green. Check this out. She's cloud chasing. If she wasn't cloud chasing, this would have happened a long time ago.
And here we go, folks. The king of all kings. The all kings of Hit the Link. The king of all kings who will tell you that he knows how to raise children. Well, Angry Man, again, just like I told Izzy, I guess y'all think the internet ain't forever. Or maybe, as you will probably say, you too old to remember. Well, let me tell you, I remember you specifically telling us, or telling anybody that would listen, that your mother, your baby's mama, sent your son out for the summer. Before the summer was over, you had to send your son back to your baby's mama because you couldn't handle him no more. The fuck is you giving advice on raising anybody? You was better off saying, I didn't raise my children at all, than to tell that story that me as a grown man, my mother said, Trey, I'm going to send you to be with your daddy in Los Angeles. I can't teach you nothing no more. What was the guy's name on Boyce in the Hood? What was his name? Trey's daddy? Lawrence Fishburne? That's how I liken to you. At least Lawrence Fishburne raise Trey to become a man. You, on the other hand, angry man, because your son, as you said, got out of line, because he was talking more about what your mother wanted to do instead of what you wanted him to do. You decided to send your son back to his mama. Said you couldn't deal with it. He was being too disrespectful. You had an opportunity to raise your son. You chose not to. So why the fuck you up here giving advice to Umar? See, some of these folks don't know your history. I do.
It happened a long time ago. The reason why it's happening now is because her little podcast ain't working. Her little...
Speaking of podcasts ain't working, angry man. Nigga, you got over 750,000 subs.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Man, come on, man. A dude with 750,000 subs. You got time to be on this channel? No disrespect to you there, my brother. But me, if I had that many, subscribers, that must means I must be pushing out some great content. That must mean that I'm solely focused. I'm solely focused on my content. I don't have time for everybody else's content. I don't have time to sit on a panel at 2 o'clock in the morning because I know tomorrow I got to entertain 750,000 folks. No disrespect to you other platform content creators, but let me ask y'all one question. How often did you see Kevin Samuels, since they like to bring him up? How often did you see Kevin Samuels on a YouTube, somebody else's YouTube stream? That's right, Candy Cane. That's why they're all there. That's why everybody's talking. Let me talk about Umar. Come on. Like I said, anybody so far thinks that I'm so wrong about what I'm saying. I ain't seen nobody saying, let me get the link, music. You full of shit. Let's talk about what you just said, Maz, because I don't think you're right about this. Let's try it. All you got to do is type in and let me get the link, bro. I didn't like what you just said about me. Jay Prince, because I ain't had no real reason to talk about anybody else. I agreed with some of the things Aunt T said. I agreed with some of the things Sharon said. I agreed with some of the things the young lady said. I definitely agree with what HQ said. Some things I disagreed with as well. But one thing I am, agree or disagree. Unlike y'all loose niggas, I'm respectful. Not you, Jay Prince. You talked about everything except the child of God. You called that girl's mama everything except the child of God and didn't know her, of her, about her.
Podcast ain't working, so now she's using her daddy as a way to get clout. I can't believe.
Again, angry man, I'll ask you, with 750,000 subs, what you doing over here? Why did I see you on Sharon's panel when Sharon was big? Why did I see you on Aunt T's panel when Aunt T was big? Why do I see you over every panel that every time somebody starts to get a little uplift, like you, my man, like you, witch doctor, you will see angry man again. But I guarantee you this, my brother, if you go and do your history of angry man, you will see that eventually you and him will have a falling out. Shout out to Cellulite Podcast. You know I rock with your brother, but I said the same thing to you. Eventually down the road, you will see that you and Angry Man will have a falling out. He's a one-man wrecking band. If you're not about him, he gonna make sure that he gonna talk about you. He gonna say you stole from him. He gonna say you're using his talking points. Watch and see what I'm saying.
y'all really sitting here like y'all don't see this shit jumping off the way it's jumping off.
Could I respond?
Go ahead, HQ.
The reasons keep changing.
So you say her little podcast is not working. So did she have a little podcast when she was 18? Did he reach out when she was 18? When she was not under the influence of her mother, did he reach out to get his daughter at 18?
Probably not.
So my whole point is you didn't want a relationship with your daughter.
Oh.
So my whole point is this. Why are you making it seem as though it's all her fault when it's not? It's his fault.
Who made anything seem like it was all her fault?
But you came up here as though he was the innocent party, and he's not.
Yo, y'all kill children that you don't want. I want to hear shit about what a black man don't want to do.
As always, this is what you do, angry man. Completely shift the conversation. What does the fact of having a relationship with with someone's mother or father have to do with what you just said? This is what he does, folks. When all else fails, when he have no answers, let's deflect. Let's dilute the conversation. Let's make up something to completely change the course of the conversation as this.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm talking about Dr. Umar, who didn't reach out to his
black men to a standard of taking care of children, being in children's life when y'all kill them every day.
But I'm not talking about other women. I'm talking about Omar and their mother.
I'm talking about other women. It's pertinent to this conversation.
No, it has nothing to do with this conversation.
It has everything to do with this conversation.
We're talking about
conversation. If you want to hold black men accountable, hold black women accountable.
Yeah, but I'm not holding black men accountable. I'm holding Dr. Umar.
Is Dr. Umar a black man?
Yes, he's one black man. He's one. He's one black man.
Man, right?
But he should be held accountable.
Stop playing this goofy game. Quit being purposeful. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Of course I know what you're talking about, but do you know what I'm talking about?
This is the main reason why you can't fix the black community. Y'all are full of shit. If you want to,
we're not talking about all black men. We're talking about Dr. Umar.
If you want to hold Dr. Umar, Dr. Umar is a black man, part of the black male collective.
Right, and so he's been neglectful to his child.
What
we're addressing.
So
that was the whole point of the show. We're not talking about other men. We're talking about him.
So what?
So he's been neglectful to his children. And my whole point is, it's his responsibility to go get his child.
No, it ain't.
Why not?
When y'all don't want to take care of a kid, you kill it.
Never an answer, folks. He never have an answer. He will never directly answer a question. Angry man. I don't know if you're in the clouds or not, but brother, drop out the clouds and hit the link. I got a few questions for you. Why do you keep answering the question with so? Why did you just not answer her question? Why did you not answer HQ's question? Instead of just saying, so, this is what children do. This is what you are. This is what you are.
When y'all don't want to take care of a child, you get rid of it.
That's not answering the question.
It is answering the question.
This got to be for sure.
It's answering the question.
This can't be for real.
The reason why you don't want to accept the answer, because you don't want to hold black women to the same standards you hold black men to. Period.
So in this particular situation, we're talking about with Umar Johnson.
Here we go. This particular situation.
No, because that's what this whole video is about.
No, it's what you're doing. What you're doing right now is gaslighting. That shit don't work on me. It work on me.
No, you're gaslighting. You're gaslighting. We're not gaslighting.
Ass niggas, it don't work on me. That shit don't work on me.
We're gaslighting. We're talking about it.
I don't look. I'm just observing the way. I'm just wanting us to stay on topic instead of actually putting in all the hypotheticals. And if this woman kept her away from child alienation, and I went through this, and okay, I get that. People have went through a lot of stuff. I have been through stuff, but I am not projecting.
Look, your entire premise is a hypothetical. You're saying if he would have did XYZ,
everybody else is.
He would have did XYZ. It would have been better.
How could you not listen to this young lady?
You're saying if he would have been in her life, you're saying if he would have been in her life, things would have been better. That is an entire hypothetical.
How is that a hypothetical? That's probably is more than likely, because aren't y'all over there angry man? See, this is what I don't get about clowns like you, angry man. When you come to your panel, you're pushing this single mamas ain't shit. But now here you are saying that if Umar would have been in her daddy's life, Umar would have been in his child's life, she probably would have wouldn't have made a difference. It's just a hypothetical situation. But yet over there, that is the situation that you push. Hey, Pure. Hey, Tit for Tat. How y'all ladies doing? Good to see you. Thank you so very much for stopping on through. Thank y'all. Listen, angry man, just go ahead and just say it, folks. Just like Jay Prince, you pull of shit. Talking nothing, saying nothing, talking loud. That is the attribute of the angry man. You took that name and you made it your own because you are angry. But the point about you is, angry man, you don't know what you're angry about. You don't know to be angry about the miserable life that you lived. You don't know to be angry about the miserable life that you're living right now. Because no man that's happy in his relationship is going to be up at 2 o'clock in the morning screaming at a woman that he don't know, or screaming at women that he don't know, if he can cuddle up the one in the room next door. I can tell you that right now. There's no way that you can tell me that angry man is living a successful married, a life of being successfully married, but the amount of bullshit that he projects towards you women. That tells me his home life is bullshit. That tells me that he doesn't have a happy life. And what he does is project it. Since he can't speak these things to his woman, he speaks them to y'all. He used y'all as the surrogate. LA, HQ, this is exactly what he's doing right now. Because he knows sooner or later he gonna have to go in there and face that woman that don't like him. Or me, he might have to eventually face the baby mama that don't like him, as Frida Green told him, as that other young brother told him. Let's continue.
Don't you think that as you as
an entire hypothetical?
Can I ask you a question? Don't you think that as a father that you are influential in your household when it comes to your children?
I think as a father, he has a right to do what he feels like. You asked me a question. Can I ask a question? You asked me a question. Can I answer the question? Black woman, you got my mama. Can I answer the question the way I want to answer the question? Can I do that? Because that's the whole reason why y'all on this shit. Y'all have no respect for black men.
I said yes. I'm just trying to understand what you're saying. But yes, go ahead and answer the question. I'm sorry.
The fastest way to understand what I'm saying is shut the hell up and listen to what I'm saying. That's the fastest way to understand what I'm saying.
Well, you didn't start with answering my actual question. You changed my question.
Do this real quick. Do this real quick, and I'll answer the question.
Influential in the household.
Real quick, and I'll answer the question.
Let me this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put up a timer so we could speak uninterrupted. And let's try to wait a minute, AM. Let's try to have some grace with it. Let's try to have some grace and respect for each other, man.
Stop telling niggas how to answer the question.
Yeah, let's try to give each other some grace and respect whilst we communicating. But
shit is crazy. Y'all so used to talking to black men all kinds of ways. You think you run some shit. You don't run nothing.
This is the kind of guy, LA, you know to stay away from. He don't know you. but he don't mind disrespecting you. HQ, he don't know you, but he don't mind disrespecting you. All in the premise that you as a black woman should bow down to him because he's a black man. That is absolutely out of that. It's mind-boggling to me.
Nothing. You run these little simping ass niggas up here. You don't run
Why are
me.
you so emotionally attached to this conversation?
Your time doing this shit instead of
feel like being
Instead of me throwing shots, bro. Come on, bro. Chill, bro. Just chill out, bro.
attached to this conversation because every time niggas is putting black men on trial.
No, we weren't, bro. Bro, you got to think about it. Before you came up here, bro, our whole thing that we were saying was, let the past be the past. That's the whole thing we were saying, let the past be the past. All that shit that was brought up by him not taking care of her, not him being in his life, let that shit go and just get to know your daughter. That's all what we've been fucking saying. We ain't been saying, oh, you need to go out there and blame him for that. Umar wanted that. He say, blame the mama. And we like, no, that's a bad idea because y'all gonna be hashing all that old shit up instead of you getting to know your daughter. Get to know your daughter, and if she really want to know what happened, y'all can have a good conversation. At least y'all know each other first. We wasn't sitting up here bashing. We didn't say whether he was a good dad or not and tell niggas what to interject in that. No, the whole main thing we was talking about is don't bring the mom when you and him. If y'all meet, do not bring your mom because y'all gonna be talking about that shit instead of you and him getting to know each other. That was the main thing.
Be the green guy. Speak for yourself, baby.
Right. Israel on the one.
Of course, the angry man and the angry man. Let me carry your balls, brigade. Izzy Bands. Izzy is or is he not carrying your balls today? I thought y'all two just had a fight couple weeks ago. Y'all done made up that quick? Y'all done kiss and hug and made up that quick, Izzy Bands? Angry man? Because you got to be an absolute fool to think anything that angry man said is true right about now, Izzy. I know you're trying to look out for your boy, but sometimes jump off the ship, bro. Don't sink with it. And again, I'm glad to see you're still here there, LA. Which part of the conversation that you was trying to have with angry man where you're being disrespectful to him or about him? Which part of the conversation that you decided was about angry man and not about Dr. Umar? Because I've kind of sworn correctly, this is about when I came in. This is about when I started listening to the stream. So I had to go back and listen and watch all this other stuff. But this part here is basically when I came in, and I'm thinking, why the fuck is he talking to her like that? I don't think he knows her. Why the fuck is he talking to HQ like that? But then I thought about it. This is angry, man. This is who he is. He don't care who y'all are, black women. He has no respect for you. He don't care if you're trying to stay on topic, LA. He don't try to, if you try to stay on topic, Angelica. He don't try if you care to stay on topic, Shar. He don't try if you try to stay on topic. All angry man wants to know is that you listening to him. That's it. That's all he wants to know. And when you don't listen to him like a spoiled child, he wants to lash out. You're not listening to me. So y'all imagine if he acts like this on a panel, could you imagine how he acts in real life? Or does he cower down in real life? Which one? Is he one of those keyboard bravado? Does he have that keyboard bravado that he's bad when he's standing up in front of that keyboard and that camera, but as soon as it's off, he's a meek motherfucker? He's a weak motherfucker.
Hey, bring them on. Bring them on. Is want that old shit brought up. Is want to fight with the mom. No, bitch, it was your fault. You kicked me out the house. So don't blame me. Blame your mama. That's the conversation is want. And I'm saying that wouldn't have been good. Not if she trying to get a relationship with him. Leave that shit in the past. Don't even bring that bullshit up. Talk about what y'all gonna have in the future. Fuck that bullshit in the past. That's what we've been saying.
Okay, fine, fair enough. Here's the problem, and it's the reason why Dr. Umar wanted the mother to come in it. He was going back to the source of the problem.
Exactly.
He was going back to the source of the problem. If he, first of all,
see, you hear these dumb guys talking about exactly. The source of the problem was the reason why they got divorced. And why should the mother or the father talk about that to the daughter? That is the source of the problem. That has nothing to do with the daughter having a relationship with the father. Absolutely. The daughter is traumatized not because the parents may have broken up. The daughter seems to me is more traumatized because she does not have a relationship with her father.
If he's trying to have a relationship,
you got the clippers on you, bro. I need to shape it right now.
Wait, one at a time. What's going on?
Who's that? That's the man's. I think it's either he got mute, man.
Trying to get a lineup.
60, 70.
A Duncan, yo.
Trying to get a lineup. Look, first of all, he's trying to. If he's genuinely trying to have a relationship with that daughter, he knows he can't do that if the mother's in her ear saying a bunch of goofy shit. Every time he deals with her, he gonna have to deal with the mama. This is what the mamas do.
This is the part that I wasn't sure about what was going on yet, because I had not realized that they were speaking about Dr. Umar's daughter. I did not realize that she was on the panel. So at this point, I scrolled back and then I started listening to everything. And I'm listening to myself. Did he just say what made me stop? So I came back to that point again. I brought it back to that point again to where I could hear exactly what he said to make sure I wasn't missing anything.
We're not talking about all black men. We're talking about Dr. Umar.
If you want to hold Dr. Umar is a black man. First of all, he's trying to, if he's genuinely trying to have a relationship with that daughter, he knows he can't do that if the mother's in her ear saying a bunch of goofy shit. Every time he deals with her, he gonna have to deal with the mama.
Okay, so this is the part that like I said, this is the part that I went back when I heard him say every time he deals with her, she's gonna have to deal with the mama. So I was curious. Well, I wonder who they're talking about. So I went back, right? And then I said to myself, okay, when I heard the girl say that she was 23, thinking to myself, okay, if she's 23, that means she is coherent enough to say, hey, moms, I understand that you want to be around in this situation. I understand that you want to know what me and my daddy talked about. But in this case, it's not your business, Mom. With all due respect, the relationship that I have with my daddy, or I'm trying to build with my daddy, has nothing to do with you. That does not change the relationship between me and you. So on this one, moms, I need you to step to the side. Let me and daddy handle this. If it works out, that's fine. If it doesn't work out, mom, you can't say I didn't try. That's just bottom line to it. But if you listen to Angry Man,
that's what the mamas do. They every time, bro. You don't know how.
Yes, she still lives with him. Yes,
bro, you don't know how many times I've had conversations with my sons and shit, and I'm trying to get them to move a certain way and do.
The last conversation that you said that you had with your sons, that you was trying to get them to move a certain way, you sent him back to his mama, and you were so petty that you told him to give back the cell phone that you bought. The other day, you were screaming at somebody talking about your wife or your girlfriend or whichever she was at that time, depends on what you're saying, didn't tell you to shut the fuck up at 2 o'clock in the morning because she had to go to work. And when you was on an internet stream at 2:30 in the morning screaming at somebody because you thought nobody had the clip, well, I don't have it, because I'm sure there's some people out there that do have the clip. Probably GMT has it. He just probably got to go through his archives. I'm sure enough people have it that heard directly the woman telling you, I got to go to work. But yet here you are. I'm only going to be able to get so much sleep, but yet here you are on a live stream screaming at people early in the morning. I got to go to work. You're the same guy that was sitting around with BGS, Green Gorilla, and some other so-called guy with a PhD. See, Big J has that clip. See? So if y'all folks want to know the truth about that, go ask Big J. Go ask Big J to show you the clip of Angry Man's baby mama telling him, nigga, I got to go to work in the morning. You ain't been doing shit all day, basically, except running your mouth. Now here it is, 2 o'clock in the morning, and you're still running your mouth. He just told somebody the other day that that clip didn't exist. That she never said that to him. I tell you, these folks think that just because it's been a couple years. Shout out Big J. Listen, we've had our differences, Big J, but you know, as they call you sometimes, you are that guy. You know, so again, folks, if you want to ask Big J about the clip of the angry man, go on over there and say, hey, Big J, show me that clip of angry man. Baby mama cursing him out at 2 o'clock in the morning because he was on the stream. But angry man, like I said, aren't you the guy that sat around with those guys in the PhD and another late night session, another circle jerk, saying that you couldn't handle your son, so you sent him back to his mama? Again, you have no ground to stand on here, bro. You have no ground to stand on here. You should have said, I didn't raise my sons at all. A matter of fact, it's best to have kept quiet. Because as you notice, I'm not bashing any particular man about what they did or didn't do as far as their children are concerned. That ain't my business. If you raised your children, that's great. If you didn't raise your children, that's great. But one thing that ain't my business. I don't speak on that. I don't speak on divorces. I don't speak on marriages, because you know what? I can't tell you what it is to have a successful one. Haven't had one yet. I can tell you what went wrong in a marriage. Now, what's about to come up here in a little while, folks? You know, it's like a Snickers bar. Sometimes shit is just so damn satisfying. Because a lot of what the first thing these guys will throw at you is, oh man, this old guy, or this guy here, he don't know what he's saying. He was or the baby boomers, or this or that, or this guy here, or that guy here. Oh God. So angry man, let me ask you, how's it feel to be called old to your face, nigga? You guys forget, if you're 40 something, there's somebody out there younger than you. There's somebody in their 20s that consider you an old motherfucker. If you're 20 something, there's somebody that's 10 years old that consider you an old motherfucker. If you're 60 something, there's somebody that's 40 that's considered you an old motherfucker.
Things a certain way so that they can be successful, and then I hear their mother's voice coming out of their mouth. It is ridiculous, bro. And we keep sitting around acting like we don't know.
It's funny, angry man, but that was the same comment that you used when you was talking to those guys those nights. I be talking to my boys about this and this. I be trying to show them the way, but all I hear is their mother coming out their mouth. And I wasn't going to put up with it. That's why I shipped him back, because he wasn't paying attention. He wasn't listening to me. His mother ruined him. That's what you said on that stream that night. Now that I do have, that clip I do have. I'd have to go in my archives, but I do have it.
That women do this shit. Women do this shit, not just black women. All women do this shit. If they have a falling out with the dude, and you're no longer together, and y'all got kids together, they try to play these little games with the children to get back at you because they know you care about those children. First of all, I know you are. Brother, what? Who is that? Who is that? Who's talking?
Brother, you gotta stop ignoring our points, because we don't disagree with you when you're saying that it's wrong for women to sit up here and tell their children that their dad ain't shit, that they shouldn't listen to their dad and all that. No one disagrees with you upon that. We're talking about the simple fact that Umar has the responsibility, whether you agree or not, to amend his relationship with his daughter. Rather, he thinks it's because the mama done made a narrative about him. It doesn't matter. If he wants a relationship with his daughter right now, he has the ability to amend that relationship. He has the ability to call her, or he has the ability to go see her. Actually, he has the ability to actually fly her out to him to have these conversations and amend the relationship.
Do you have children?
I do. You already asked me this.
No,
you didn't. I asked you that.
I didn't. You got a kid?
Yes, sir.
What age bracket is your kid? They little or they older? 7. Okay.
7.
So you still in the phase where you don't have to deal with that, because right now your child is too small to voice the opinions.
Wait a minute. You're bringing up you're gaslighting. That doesn't matter.
Let him
that
finish.
does not matter.
That's what I was trying to tell you earlier. He's spot on. Let him finish. That's what I was trying to tell you earlier. Let him finish. The same shit that I was trying to tell you, and he wasn't even here. Let him finish.
He's gaslighting.
No, he's not.
Izzy, since you like jumping in other folks' business, I'll jump in yours too and say you're gaslighting for Angry Man right now, because you know he's 100% wrong. He is absolutely 100% wrong. But yet here you'll sit here and say, no, Angry Man is right. And then you're going to try and justify it by saying because he got a lot of subs, so that makes him right.
Don't know that
y'all
until
go
he
on
finishes.
one at a time. As a matter of fact, I'm about to put the time up. I'm about to put the time up so we good.
It does matter. It does matter. I'm talking from real life experience. I've went through this. Most of the dudes I know have went through this. When your children are small, you don't know what the mother's telling the children because they're too small to feel like they can voice that. When they get older, when they start to get in their teens, it starts to come out and you start to hear it. And then you be like, where is this coming from? And then you have to come to the realization. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, bro, you can get upset and frustrated all you want, but at the
I'm
end
just
of
frustrated because people interrupted me like I didn't know that this was what you was going to say exactly. That's the only reason why I'm frustrated. Go ahead.
Interrupted him.
Here's the thing, bro. Talking to you right now is just like talking to my sons. I'm pretty sure you in the same age bracket.
Probably.
We can't tell y'all nothing. We can't tell y'all nothing because your mother.
Old niggas is ignorant. You just try to sit up here and you just try to sit up here and compare abortion to being a bad dad. Y'all ignorant. That's why we don't listen to y'all.
What was being a bad mom?
You just try to compare abortion to being a deadbeat dad. Like that's stupid. That's why you don't get nobody to listen to you. That's dumb.
Nobody listen to him. Do you know who you talking to? Yo, come on, fam.
Are you serious right now, bro? Let me tell you something, fam. You dumb as shit in that dusty ass busted room, my nigga. I got way more sense than you, my nigga. And I can prove it. And I can prove it.
All you talk about is about my room, not about the point that you sound dumb by comparing abortion to being a.
Absolutely, he does. So your defense and your argument with Angry Man, instead of addressing the point like you did with the ladies, you deflected by completely going off topic. And now he's bringing the topic that you created by talking about women was doing the deletion of babies, as they say. Okay, you brought that topic up. Now you want to try and say that this young man who is cooking your old ass, by the way, because he's absolutely right in everything that he's saying. And then you got your boy Izzy Bands up there, as my man said, teabagging for you. He just laying on the floor or just laying on a workbench somewhere. And you just dropping your balls all in his mouth, one at a time, sometimes two at a time. He double balling.
Deadbeat dad.
Listen to you with them dusty ass locks, nigga. Shut the hell up.
Nobody listen to your old ass, acorn head ass. Take your hat off. Take your hat off, fat ass boy. Take your hat off. Take your hat off. Bald ass boy, shut your dumb ass up. You got that dumb ass hoodie from Old Navy, fuck boy. Fuck you talking about? Boy, you better sit your ass down. What are you talking about, boy? I could be in this busty ass box and I still fuck any bitch you got. What are you talking about? That's why you up here angry as hell with your angry mad light skinned ass. What are you talking about?
Broke ass up, nigga.
You gotta understand what you talking about. Shut your light skinned ass up. Go cry on another panel about how bitches don't like your dumb ass. Go cry on another panel about how bitches don't like you.
Shut your broke ass up, nigga.
What you talking about?
Your broke ass.
And this is what you do all the time when folks is getting the best of you, Angry Man. You just keep repeating the same. Shut your broke ass up, nigga. Sooner or later, it will be your patented catch a flight, or I got all these subs. It'll be something that somebody that knows you have heard you say over the years, catch a flight or something else. But you're not an intelligent man. But you just told this young brother who, by the way, had you in the corner, just busting you up from left and right, trying to convince him that you are smart. smart. A smart man would not engage in this conversation.
Me, nigga, I ain't gotta come on panels and talk about how bitches don't fuck with me. Cry baby ass. What is you talking about? Talk about my room all you want to, but I bet you I can bring a bitch in here that's gonna complain about it. That's gonna like it. What is you talking about?
You triggered.
Man?
You triggered.
This nigga's stupid.
You
This nigga
triggered.
compared abortion to being a deadbeat dad. Just because all your baby mamas left your dumb ass doesn't mean that we gotta sit up here and listen to your crybaby ass talk about how women ain't shit. Nobody wants to listen to your dumb ass. Your 45-year-old ass still ain't married, still ain't with a woman. You on here at 1 o'clock in the morning screaming and hollering about how women don't treat you right.
How many you say you ain't married yet?
I didn't say it, folks, but y'all heard it yourself. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Here you are, a 45-year-old man talking about you got a woman, but here you are, a 45-year-old man at 1 o'clock in the morning screaming about how women are not treating you right. You really, at a 45-year-old man and you're married and you're secure in your masculinity that you say you are, 1 o'clock in the morning screaming to a panel would not be where you're at. Would not be where you're at. See, actually, I'm going to go back a little bit, angry man. The women showed you grace. These niggas didn't. These niggas told you exactly what they thought about you. The women showed you grace.
Ain't got no women,
Man, don't nobody care about your dumb ass, boy. What is you talking about? Hey, yo, shut the fuck
You
up.
don't know
boy.
who
You
you
was not
talking
ready
to.
for
What
that.
is he talking about?
I don't give a damn who I'm talking to. I'm talking to a crybaby ass, bitch ass, light skin ass nigga on here.
He's proving my point.
The hell?
And
Y'all
light
niggas don't know the
skin.
hell y'all talking to.
And he said light skin like it was an insult. Hey, he's proving my point. He's proving every point.
Fake ass Malcolm X ass nigga, boy.
He's proving every point. Keep going, bro.
Talking about.
And what
Keep
point is
going,
he
bro.
What?
Nigga, I'm not proving no point, you dumbass nigga. You just
Again, what point is he proving, angry man, that you have no ground to stand on? That's the point that he's proving. He's literally telling you what everybody's saying about you and to you. The only place that you're safe, angry man, from criticism is on your platform. Any place else you go, as soon as somebody see you, to be quite honest with you, if I'm in a particular stream, angry man, and I see you go up on the panel, I leave. Because I don't want to see grown men sticking their balls in your mouth and sticking your balls in their mouth. I'm tired of seeing that. To be quite honest with you, I'm tired of you folks trying to hold this guy, angry man, up in some esteem, like he's somebody of irrelevance.
You just a red pill nigga who want to cape for niggas. You been on your knees this whole time. I got a parrot. I just bought you a pair of knee pads off of Amazon, brother. They should be coming to your house in about 2 days. They do 2-day shipping. I'm pretty sure your knees is scratched up right now from all the damn dick sucking you done for all these men. All these men. You dick suck for men. What are we talking about? See, now he a child. Now he gotta do this kid shit because he ain't got shit else to say because he know I'm drilling his dumb ass.
Hitting my nigga. Yo, jokes ain't hitting, lame nigga. Your whole generation is a generation
cry
of
me a
lame
river, bitch ass nigga. I don't give a damn what the fuck is hitting, boy. Everything I said was true, nigga. You been over here crying the whole entire goddamn time.
You a lame ass
You over here
nigga, bro.
crying the whole damn time.
You a lame ass nigga, bro. I feel you. You upset
Nigga, we
because
heard you the first 3 times, old ass nigga.
You lame,
We heard you
nigga.
the first 3 times saying the same shit, old ass nigga.
Lame, nigga. You lame, nigga.
What you talking about, boy?
You lame, nigga.
Sure, nigga. And you like the red Angry Bird. What the fuck you talking about?
He absolutely right. The chat was going crazy. The chat was absolutely going wild. Not only on this part, but also the part where Free the Green was roasting Angry Man himself. And both times, folks, both times that Angry Man was on these panels getting roasted, he had nothing to say except for this, you mad, ain't you? Are you upset, ain't you? No comeback. No nothing, no real. If you playing the dozens with Angry Man, this is a knockout blow. It's quite easy. He'll get knocked out in the first round.
Ugly ass nigga. Ugly ass nigga.
You finished with your tantrum?
All right, y'all. Let's get back to the
like a bald eagle, nigga.
the people. Let's welcome We Unlocked to the panel.
Ass nigga, pussy ass nigga. That's you, nigga.
Look, now he mad.
Come on,
now he mad.
Y'all good in the box? Y'all still? Anybody else want to get in? Anybody else want to get in?
Gentlemen, we're talking about.
It don't seem like they
Gentlemen, we're talking about a young adult here.
Now he mad.
Back to the topic, please.
You been mad, nigga.
Back to the topic.
You been mad, nigga.
Anyway, man, we can keep it going because at the end of the day, I ain't trying to keep hearing this nigga cry about the same old bullshit because of his own projection. Nobody trying to hear that, bro. Nobody trying to hear that bullshit, bro.
Lame ass nigga.
We get it, bro. All your baby mamas left you.
It seemed like y'all gonna have to agree to disagree.
Shut the fuck up, nigga. Holler at me in 10 years when your kid do the shit to you, dumbass nigga.
Holler at me when your baby mama come back to you. Holler at me when your baby mama come back.
Yeah, you really don't know me. You really don't know me, nigga. You don't know me, nigga. You really don't know me, nigga.
It's cool.
You really don't know me.
He might not know you, but a lot of us do. And a lot of us got questions about whether the woman that you currently living with is actually your wife or not. A lot of folks have asked that question. A lot of folks have asked who really wears the pants in your family. A lot of folks have asked the question of, do you really make 7 figures? A lot of folks ask Angry Man, are those bots, are those subs really real? A lot of folks have asked those different questions. I remember going back to a time to where you were saying that you were one of the originators of the manosphere and all this other stuff and all that. You got all the answers and all this. I remember you saying all of that, but all of a sudden some guy comes in and asks you some simple questions. See, it's not me saying it. See, that young bull came in that motherfucker like a bull in the china cabinet, and it just bowling all over the place. That's why I had absolute fun listening to it, because this is what Angry Man, this is what you guys try to do. Those guys that are younger than some of the folks that they hear, because I hear I'm gonna shout out Big J on this one because he says it a lot. You old niggas need to sit down. A lot of y'all say that. So I would imagine that's what that young kid said to you. You old nigga, you need to sit your ass down. That's sitting up here crying about what women you can't get on the panel at 1 o'clock in the morning.
All right, I got you on. We unlock. I got you covered. Do you have anything to add to the conversation?
Well, all I know is we're talking about a 23-year-old child that basically needs her dad. Let these 2 or 3 or whatever, let them talk it out. We've been talking about this shit for months. Just let them talk it out. Let them solve their problem, because I'm sure at some point it's going to happen.
23, I done paid for her. I done paid her whole life. That's how it is. That's how you missing it. That's how missing
projection. All that projection.
Oh, what projection? I'm telling you what, ain't no projection. I took care of my kids my whole life. My daughter just graduated from college the other day. It ain't no projection.
That ain't what she said.
I done took care. She did say that literally. I wish she would come back up. She literally said it.
Did you watch the whole show, HQ?
She literally said it. I asked her, what are you talking about?
Not what she said. She said
not what she said.
Immediately when she reached out and asked him for that number, he came back and she said some conversation went back and forth. I'm not sure. But then he said, I need to have a conversation with you, Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf. That was before she went off. Then she went off. Why do you need to talk to my mama? You need to talk to me.
No, that's not what you added. That's not what she said. She snapped on the nigga and said, yo, why are you reaching out now? He snapped on, why are you reaching out now? I didn't want to have nothing to do with you. I want to have a relationship with my little sister. That's what she said verbatim.
Okay, so then he said, I want to have a conversation with you and Mama Smurf. What do you mean?
No, he said that. No, you're wrong.
He said that after she went off.
Yo, no, he said it before she went off. That's why she went off. He texted to her.
What?
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought I had the mic on. Okay, again there, Izzy Bands. Instead of you carrying Angry Man's nuts in your mouth, you should go and find the correct information. What you're speaking to is no, actually, he responded to them with that whatchamacallit. That's why he said, hey, if y'all are going to talk about me and y'all, if you're going to jump into my personal business, I'm going to block you. What's going on is between me, my daughter, and the mother. He said verbatim that there's a lot of things that's not being said, that's not being put out correctly. So this is why Dr. Umar said, and a lot of people will not come to this conclusion, but this is why Dr. Umar said that he wanted to talk to the mother for no other reason than that. I had to wait till it got to that. But the reason why he said he wanted to talk to the mother and the child at the same time is because some of the narrative that the child and the mother put out prior to him responding to it.
You missing it.
See, I just told you. I just said it to you.
Anybody got
it? It didn't happen that way.
It did. He texted.
And you said it didn't happen that way.
No, you missing it. Yo, HQ, you're not listening. This is the problem.
Yes, I am.
This is what happened. Let me tell you what happened, because you obviously are confused.
Oh,
the girl got. I will bet you on it. The girl got on YouTube, Instagram, whatever the hell, and said, you know what I'm saying? Umar, my dad, I haven't been, whatever variation of he hasn't been in my life all this time. Blah, 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 blah. Umar texted her immediately and said, look, meet me at the restaurant of your choice at this time, this date, meet me, you and your mama, and let's talk. I love you.
And by the way, go ahead. Does anybody have the clip? If anybody has the clip, we could just play the clip so we could settle it once and for all. Who has the clip? And I believe it's the clip of Umar responding to his daughter, right?
But no. He had no. He texted her first.
Okay, folks. He asked if anyone had the clip. I guess they didn't show it. So from here, we're gonna go to the actual clip of Dr. Umar responding to what he just said. Now, remember, Izzy said he got money. He was betting money on this. How much money did you bet, Izzy? How much money did you bet, brother? How much money did you bet? So let me go and let me do this right quick live. Let me do this right quick live. Where you at, Umar? Where you at, Umar? There you go. Oh, where's the volume at here? I don't know why I don't have any volume on it. What's going on here? Wait a minute. Let me see if I can find some volume on this here. I'm not sure why I don't have any volume on it. Let me try again here. Let me see what's going on here. All right. Since it don't want to work that way, it's more than one way to skin a cat here, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all hold on just a second. More than one way to skin a cat. More than one way to skin a cat. Hold on just a second here. Just 1 second. Yes, 1 second here. Be right with y'all. We're gonna close out the show right after this Dr. Umar situation here. If I can figure out which one it is. Let me see. Let me see. Go to downloads here. I have to do this one step at a time there, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all hold on just a second, please. Gotta pull it up this way. Where's it at? I don't know what happened to it, but I'm trying to find it. Just 1 second. Y'all bear with me. I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. Hold on just 1 second. It's coming. And I still don't have no volume on it. I don't understand it. Okay, well, this particular clip that I have, for some reason, it got downloaded without the volume there, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm gonna have to leave that clip alone. Let me see if I can actually find the clip on YouTube, all right? Just 1 second. We'll go over it that way. We'll try it that way. Hold on just a second. I want to make this, I want to prove a point here that sometimes these folks just get on these YouTube streets and to these platforms and just run them out talking about absolutely nothing. Have no idea what they're talking about. Don't know what they're talking about. Well, all they do is run their mouth. And Easy Bands, you're a prime example of niggas never knowing what they're talking about. You're a prime example of always got somebody's nuts in your mouth. Hold on just a second. All right there, ladies and gentlemen, y'all hold on just a second. Now let me go over to here. And let me click share. I know I wasn't planning on this, but you know, you gotta work through it. You gotta work through it, folks. Remove this. Let's see, it says share the screen. Okay. We want to go to there. You want to go here. And let's push here. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear this, all right?
Names, using profanity, disrespectful mouth. I just want to say this to all my supporters out there, my true supporters. It ain't that many of my true supporters. But for my true supporters, I want y'all to stay focused. There's a lot of slander going on. There's a lot of lies being pushed out there. There's people trying to use my name to build themselves up. I just want you to be really, really careful right now. Be patient, stay focused. Be patient, stay focused. Be patient, stay focused, brothers and sisters. Y'all know me too well. Y'all know my love for children is too strong. Y'all know me too well for anybody to be coming out the woodworks telling you they've been trying to reach me when my number has been public for 20 years. Listen, brothers and sisters, I want y'all to listen. My phone number has been the same for 20 years. So anybody telling you they've been trying to reach me and my phone number hasn't changed in 20 years, mind you, I speak at graduations in Philadelphia all the time. I'm on the street in Philadelphia all the time. I have events.
Now, to me, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted y'all to hear that part right there. So to me, that's a legitimate argument. And I say it's a legitimate argument because the homestead that I'm in right now, it had 2 phone numbers. And I know ever since I was a child, late 70s, mid 70s, early 80s, 90s, up until 2000, up until the time that my mom's passed away. The phone number in the house has been 1 or 2 numbers. It's the last 4. It's either been this number 3312 or the last 4. It's been 7058. There's been no other phone numbers in there. So if anybody that wanted to reach me from 1980 to 2025 to 2018, 2019, they know there was one way to get in touch with me, and that was that phone number. Because they know that was one thing that was constant. If you ever try to reach out to me, folks, and you can't find any way to reach to me, you know what my real last name is. You know what my mama's name is. All you got to do is call that number. She's not going to give you no information on me, but what she is going to take the information that you give her and make sure that it get in touch with me. So I can understand Umar saying that part of it is that my phone number has been the same for 20 years. Whether it's true or not true, I understand the premise of what he's saying. Now, you can't get past that part of it. Again, I'm not for or against Umar. I'm not for or against his daughter. I'm just saying this, there's all kinds of different parameters when it comes to having children, raising children, having children, and not raising them. There's all kind of different parameters. And again, I'll say this: the only reason that we're talking about Umar or Dr. Umar and his daughter is because he's a public figure. That's just bottom line to it. He is who he is. If Dr. Umar had not been out there talking about he was having his school for the last 10 years, that he was raising for the little black boys, if Angry Man was not on here talking the shit that he talking about and all that, if Jay Prince didn't come on and say he was clout chasing, but they're all screaming at the young daughter for actually wanting to know her pops. You can't get around that. Two things you can't get around. She reached out to him, whether she did or didn't. The internet is not the place for it. The mom has nothing to do with the current situation between the father and the daughter. She's old enough to make her own decisions about whether I want to be around pops. He damn sure old enough to make his own decisions about whether he want to continue getting to know his daughter. That's not up for me to decide. That's not up for you folks to decide. That's those two. Not even for the mama. Not even for the grandmama. Between those two. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank y'all very much for tuning in. Remember, grace a day costs you absolutely nothing. Good night to everybody. Coming up here probably in just a little bit, it'll be HD Ball 1 on the Wheels of Steels at Classic R&B Jams, putting in some house music for you. So if you want to, you folks can check that out. Or remember, if you leave me a nastygram, you know you're going to get one back, right? Y'all do know that. With that, y'all be safe. And I'll check y'all out next time here on the Chop Shop.
Look, all you motherfuckers been snitching for him and shit. Now you standing up in here and goddamn it talking about preaching preacher. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that. I'm gonna shoot your ass too, motherfucker. Keep on. You gonna get shot too, nigga. You gonna get shot. God bless the fool, goddammit. God bless the fool. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna end this goddamn thing. Look, where's that goddamn money bowl at? Who got that money bowl? We taking that money right now before you leave this bitch. We ain't leaving out here for free, motherfucker. Yeah. Y'all know the motherfucker ain't no good. You want, look,